E3 is just 2 weeks away, so we thought we would spend a whole hour maybe also talking about Elyse's total, but otherwise talking about the biggest rumors and predictions for E3 2019 and also Cyberpunk, because of course, welcome to this video gaming episode of Dude Soup.
Slurp, slurp.
I just realized,
So
instead of putting together a reel, I should just send a photo of me like rap squatting next to my motorcycle. That's got to guarantee me
You're
a part
right.
in Cyberpunk,
You're
right?
right.
If you really want to be in Cyberpunk, the community will get you. They
I
know,
haven't
they know
installed
your
that
love.
yet. I don't want to be annoying, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be annoying when some non-actor like tries to get in a
yeah.
movie and then they activate their audience. So
I
just
guess.
start the stupid
just send a
hashtag.
letter. Go, dear Mr. Red, I'm dying of some disease. I would like to see Avengers Endgame early.
And then I'll get to see Avengers Endgame.
Well, on Blu-ray. Well,
You
that's
just have to give yourself cancer.
well,
That's
but
not hard.
None
Then
of
you
the
can get
I've
whatever
been
you
working
want.
on it my entire life.
None of the dying kids are like, I want to
eight
see
vapes
the
at home.
director's commentary early. It's always I want to see the movie.
Yeah.
What about the people who worked on it? You selfish. I'm
Making it all about you, dying child.
Yeah. How dare you? This was
Nobody
sarcasm.
cares.
This was a bit.
All right.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
First up, I have to say thank you to Mint Mobile, Candid Co, and Eero for sponsoring this podcast. We will hear more from them later. But before we get to Cyberwatch, which is what we're going to open up with, Elyse, you wanted to talk about a turtle?
Oh, just someone I know that owns turtles was telling me that they had to put the turtles in their will because those turtles are going to outlive them. They're going to outlive them.
Whoa.
Sylvester
You ever
Stallone-
think about that?
Dinosaurs. Yeah.
He still has turtles from Rocky.
I saw that. It's great.
Cuff and Link.
It's
they're so
great.
cute.
Oh.
Apparently, there's a person
They
in
were
my
in Creed
neighborhood.
too.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also parrots.
For
Right?
turtles to exist in the first place is really hard because my family's in Australia. Animals are everywhere.
Oh,
and
you have the
they
turtle
had-
genocide every year, right?
Well, they had turtles hatch their eggs near the lake that they live near, and they had to put this little box on it. And the wildlife reserve people took the box away within the 24 hours that the turtles would hatch and try to make their way to the water. They got eaten.
yeah.
So everyone was like, the whole community was banding around these turtles, like put this box down, trying to protect them. They got eaten.
But then the
Don't
people
they
ate
all
the
get eaten?
turtles.
I think a lot of them did.
Yeah.
I think that's the idea. Like, there's a grand hatching every year, and then birds just come by and start snapping them up.
I think they got eaten by lizards.
Oh, that's cute.
Circle
Is
of
it?
life.
Sort of. I mean, that's like a dinosaur eating another dinosaur.
I saw a snake
Yeah.
eating a frog. I was trying to get away, and it was eating its legs first, so it couldn't
Oh.
hop away.
like Nightmare on Elm
That's
Street
one
3.
mean of escape. Well, these turtles were just domesticated turtles, and the dude was like, "Yeah, I gotta figure because they're gonna outlive me."
Yeah.
How long are they
Yeah.
going to live for?
100 years.
They live, I guess, a long time.
It's like them in like
Yeah,
African greys or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
They're like
macaws or something.
Yeah, they'll live for 80 years, and it's like, do they get a pension? I don't know. Like, what do you do with them after you
I'm not
pass?
getting a
Like,
dog
alligators
because I'm
live
like
100
10 years is much too long of a commitment for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dog's gonna outlive you. You know?
Who knows?
Depends how wild your lifestyle is.
I'm going through what Adam went through, trying to
What?
get internet installed in my house,
Uh-huh.
which means I've had to actually meet my neighbors for the first time.
That's fun.
They're wonderful people.
that's good.
Turns out 2 houses down, though, is just a derelict house. There's some old lady that owns it but doesn't live in it. She just comes by like once every 3 weeks. It's
cool.
She let me know that someone on our block has a turtle and walks it. And now I'm going to just walk around at night to see if I can find this guy with a little turtle on a harness going down the sidewalk.
Turtle
That's
Watch?
wonderful.
Very similar to Cyberwatch.
What a professional. What he's doing.
Oh my, look at him go.
He's not wearing his bucket hat though.
I'm gonna look good in a bucket hat.
I can see that.
So it was announced, CD Projekt Red came out and said that they will have another hour-long demo of Cyberpunk at E3. It is not playable, but it is open to the public for the first time. People were very upset last year that it wasn't open to the public.
They released the video to the public.
Yeah, but they couldn't see it at E3, right?
Okay.
I didn't get it on time.
You got it.
Well,
Fine.
that one journalist was a man of the people and leaked the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And then was mad that everybody was mad at him.
Yeah.
Like, I did
Kind
it for
of-
you guys.
Kind of a dick move, but
A little bit.
How much
So-
does E3 cost to go to now? $5,000?
Gamer badge is like
about
$350.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe people pay to get something early.
Also, they call
That's
it a
okay.
gamer badge, which is awesome.
Is that true?
Yeah, they do.
It's on the website. It's written out. It's everything.
I shake my head in shame as I eat my gamer fuel and drink my gamer fuel and take my gamer poo.
Not my gamer
Yeah.
gloves.
Gamer toilet. It
so-
looks like a dick.
Gamer wipe.
Gross. Because of this, people are talking about if we still think the game is going to come out in 2019.
No.
Now, the fact that it's not playable would lead me to think, hell no. But then at the same time, the fact that it's open to the public does mean we're a lot closer. Because originally they wouldn't do that because the public will be like, well, this was in this trailer, but then when the final game came out, it looked like this.
Yeah.
And then they get really angry about
I
that
don't
stuff,
know
right?
if having an option to play it is going to sell people on this game. I think people are sold. They're going to be
is
sold no matter what. They're not going to. They don't need a demo, a playable demo, to be like, yeah, I might pick up this. What is this, Cyberpunk? They're in.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I feel
Also-
like playable demo in a game like that is very difficult. because either the only way you can demo it is to like choose the introductory dungeon where they like teach you how to crouch and throw grenades. Otherwise, it's like a very mechanically complicated RPG with stats and abilities, and just dropping somebody in the middle of that saying, okay, go, they're pretty much going to have a negative experience, and then they're going to go home and like tweet about how annoying it was.
They'd also have to create like a tailored 20-minute experience that you can do that's not representative of the final thing.
100%.
I mean, yeah, my guess is that it's not ready to be played by the public yet.
Was Witcher 3 ever made playable to play?
It was, but I don't think to the public. They had previews, though.
Gotcha. So
I believe.
Us sweet journalists may get our time in the sun where we down the line. But yeah, same sort of thing. Like we've done those sorts of events where it's like, so we've dropped you in thing, we've given you 10,000 stat points, but like you having never played this game, you're like, I don't know what's what. I don't know what's going on. And then if you went back and started on your own, you go, oh, I see what they were trying to do for me.
Well, our Red Dead 2 demo, like our preview of that was very guided because they dropped us like maybe chapter 2, I think, in the game. So it's
like
a little
after the
bit
train robbery sort of thing, yeah.
But it was still like representative of what was in the final game,
But still
right?
a lot of answering questions and being like, well, you can't do that right now because you won't have time, but just so you know, you can do this. So they
don't
kept
go to,
being
don't
like,
go to this town. It's not going to make any sense. So go here.
Well, it was very much near the game being development complete, right?
Yeah.
So like to drop somebody in an open world for a game that's not finished, and you either have to do what Elyse said, is like go in developer-wise.
Specific, yeah.
Yeah.
A demo.
Put in a bunch of invisible walls or like NPCs that say, don't come over here yet, which takes time and effort. For a demo, to hype something that a trailer is going to get you just as much mileage out of. It doesn't make sense.
When you control the narrative too, it's you stuff. So like Outer Worlds had their like PAX demo or something, and all the comments were like, I saw some NPCs popping in, and they said over and over, it's still, or this is an early build. This is earlier than what we're at right now. We just wanted to show you something. It's an early preview, and then you see the negative stuff, and it's like, that, I think if developers see enough of that, they just go, we're just not going to.
I mean, I definitely thought that with the way that, because Witcher 3 was one of the games where the people were mad that the trailer looked better than the game when it came out. And of course, things get adjusted. It was a huge thing with Spider-Man. And you see people say that stuff, and then you wonder why they don't let you play it. You're like, it's because they don't think that you'll forgive them, or you'll think a complete product is, even if it says alpha really big in the bottom. Like, I get that that's a marketing nightmare.
You don't want to be in a Croby Cat video, I guess.
Well, he makes videos out of everything now. Even things that aren't really cringe-ridden. He made like an E3 package last year, and everyone watches them, which he's really good at editing. But last year's E3 wasn't super cringy, like at all.
No, it wasn't.
That's true, actually.
He's
just
pretty
EA.
good at like.
Was it entirely the EA press conference?
There's a lot of that.
A lot of
I think
EA,
the
and then
Square one.
A little bit of Sony with the
Yeah.
flute, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or was that 2 years ago? That was last year, right?
That was last year.
That was last year.
Man.
Even Ubisoft wasn't really that cringy.
No, they didn't have.
No,
they
it's
didn't have
fine.
Aisha Tyler anymore, which is a bummer.
No, but I love her.
I love her
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Well, then, I mean, they had Tobuscus for a while, too,
Yeah.
earlier before that. But then, was it last year where they all stood up on stage and they basically said, fuck you, Sierra, like, you can't buy us?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the one that
Yeah.
like bring everyone up on stage, and that was like their defiant moment?
I think
Basically,
so.
I think they're basically saying like, if you buy us, we all quit.
Did they also
sort of
do
thing.
like Elijah Wood's Art Factory that never
They
really
did,
went?
yeah. That is still a thing.
Was Joseph Gordon-Levitt up last year?
Also, yes.
Big maybe.
We'll find out more about because he's working
JJL?
with them on the Beyond Good and Evil 2. You know how like the community can create
wait.
assets to put in
Yeah.
that game. He's doing that. I think that's like
Yeah, that was Elijah Wood's
Yeah.
deal. And yeah, we haven't seen anything from Beyond Good and Evil 2 yet.
We'll definitely see that, and we will get to that. But to
Oh.
wrap up,
Yeah.
Cyberwatch.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk's not coming out this year.
So we're talking about it coming out this year. Territory Studio, who's the company that created the logo, actually Reddit found out that they deleted their post about the game coming out in 2019.
Ooh.
So that indicates that they know something.
I didn't think it was ever 2019.
We talked about this before though, but we're like,
they originally said that it was.
the original Cyberpunk. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lawrence. You know this. It was called Cyberpunk 2020.
yeah.
Yet the movie 1984 came out based on the book that was written in 1948. He just flipped the years. That's why he did it. But the movie came out in 1984 because they're like, oh, we got to do this. That's why Dracula 2000 came out in the year 2000.
And it
We're
worked.
waiting. And we all remember it fondly.
Anyone remember?
So you
James
don't
Conn.
think?
Dracula for a modern audience.
So you think we're not getting this until 7702? That's what you're saying.
No,
We flip it.
2020.
Oh.
That's Orwell's weird.
7702.
2020, 2020.
Okay, gotcha.
They have to invent a new month.
20 is my favorite month.
They're going to do it.
Unless
They got
it's
the budget.
0220 2020.
I just
What would that be if deck is 10? I don't know what 20 is.
Oh.
who
and-
punches deck?
Vent?
Huh?
Wait, yeah, what is?
I don't know
no,
what
'cause-
20 is.
And what?
What would the month be? You know, if like it's
Yeah,
well, June, July, August don't count because the Romans destroyed that, but
Techuary.
it's
whatever December is.
oct, non, deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
what would it
I see
be?
what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like Latin prefixes for
Yes.
20? Oh boy.
Octa.
But then it's also a mess because you'd have to actually go 22 because they added in
Doctor.
August and July for Julius Caesar. And
Oh boy, that gets messy.
anyway,
Look,
I
the,
don't-
the
Romans fucked it
tabletop
up.
was 2020, so they're gonna.
Yeah.
Number one, they want as much time as possible. They've been working on it since when were we born?
Well, it was announced in 2013,
Yeah.
I think, which
that was that trailer.
Or
I think.
2011,
Yeah.
I think was the trailer. I think it was.
It might have been.
2013.
It was pre.
no, I remember I was living in.
Let me look
I
it
remember
up.
the room I was sitting in when I watched it for the first
you
time.
were living in squalor.
The
Kind of was.
palatial
No,
estate.
my marriage was falling apart, so I was sleeping on couch cushions on the floor.
Okay.
Cyberpunk was the one thing I had to look forward to. This isn't getting weird.
I have a weird memory. So we used to do the Inside Gaming Awards, and I almost remember giving Cyberpunk the award in
It was
2011.
announced in 2012.
Okay.
I think the trailer came out in 2012. Late 2012.
Who knows? There's no
regardless,
possible way we
it's-
could find out.
It's been, regardless. I'm just saying it's been a long time since
Yeah.
they got. I know they didn't start development right away, but like obviously they're doing early work, Witcher 3, and then they're doing this. So there's for an open world RPG, first person shooter, another type of game they haven't made before. Like
2020 is about right. 2021, if they really want to take their time and build the hell out of it.
Well,
Yeah.
and they have, and like I heard some stuff that I don't know if this is true, but like part of people were saying the reason that it doesn't have third person was because they just didn't have time. It would like add on an extra huge wad of time for them to animate that, so they kept it
Yeah.
first person. There's like a bunch of stuff that makes it seem like they are trying to meet a deadline. It's not like they're just doing like whatever we want. Let's go full Star Citizen. Maybe it'll never come out. They're not doing that, but I don't imagine it's coming out this year when we know a lot of the VO hasn't been recorded. I think they only really recently in the last couple of months cast the leads.
Well, VO is probably one of the last things. I would.
It
say.
is, yeah.
Because script can change, scenario can change. Like if you just have to cut a whole section from the game, then you have to
Yeah.
write the script around it,
Yeah.
and then you have to change VO lines. And if you record early, then you have to call those people back.
and it has a lot of branching paths. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So
it's
it's also
probably best
just-
to wait near the end.
It's such an ambitious game, and I feel like when I saw it last year, I did not think it would be current gen. It was like, I can't picture this running on an Xbox One and a PS4.
I think it can do the Grand Theft Auto spread pretty
So
fine.
big.
It's big, but I mean, you can scale things.
Yeah.
Game engines are pretty good at scaling. So something can be huge and it can just scale way down in the distance. So buildings can be reduced in poly, like you can reduce the tick rate or frame rate on animations. and
Slide
stuff.
everything down.
Yeah, just sliders. It's
Yeah.
easy.
Get rid of the
Spread, what's
puddles.
use the sound
Whatever.
effect from level 3.
Yeah, let me come in and turn the dials for you.
Good meme there,
Making
Adam.
games.
But like Witcher 3 came out on current gen.
It did.
I mean,
It runs well
freaking
enough.
Witcher 2 came out on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got some good Polish wizarding tricks going on.
It just looks so good. I don't know.
And-
They were
and-
playing on very high-end PCs for that demo, but obviously
for
that's
sure.
before everything's
And we have
finalized.
ray tracing now. It's the future.
Oh my god, ray tracing.
No one knows what it does.
Makes things bounce.
Makes
Yeah.
Minecraft shiny.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to put together like a big old feature piece about what ray tracing is and how it works for inside gaming, but it's going to take a lot of like drawing on whiteboards and stuff.
It's also, that's hard to make interesting.
I can do it.
I believe you could.
If you need someone to play Ray Trace, let me know. Because I'm in.
Okay. What's your knowledge of like three-dimensional algebra and physics?
He also
she
sells
doesn't need that.
knives.
Oh.
Oh, are you I was gonna say, are you the heir or the heiress to like Nvidia? It's ray trace or whatever. It's just some rich
How's your normal?
Trust
Well,
fund
it's
kid.
a Star Wars hybrid Ray Trace.
We got everything now. We
Yeah.
got ray tracing and Star Wars and knives.
That was the first time they showed ray tracing was on like a Phasma
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
3D CGI. You know this, right,
Trooper.
Ray?
yeah, of course Ray knows.
Yeah, I do. I just don't know my parents or where I'm from, but I know everything about Ray
The future writes itself. It's
You're
already
up on
done.
an island.
But yeah, we're looking at this is the next Gen E3. This is when we get to see all the sparkly
It
stuff.
is, which is why everyone's like, so what video games are coming out this year? And I think also why Sony is not having a press conference.
Yeah, we're-
EA is also not having a press conference. They will be streaming, so I think we'll probably
Yeah.
get a few small like
They're doing an
news
EA Play
tidbits.
dealio,
Yeah, the weekend before E3 or the weekend of the
Well, they
press
got to show
conferences.
Jedi Fallen Order, right?
We know that will be at EA Play.
Eh.
Don't know if it's going to be playable. Let's ask, what do you guys want from that game? Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I want a. So there was a window like Shadows of the Empire / Jedi Knight era where a lot of Star Wars games, like single player games, had huge like solitary maps, almost like Metroid style maps. I want that back. I want like big, empty, like landscapes to explore. I want a lightsaber.
Definitely want a lightsaber.
I want some cutscenes that have Star Wars music in it. Like I actually liked Force Unleashed 1 quite a bit. I think both like that series just kind of really fell off a cliff about halfway through the first game.
Friend of the show, Sam Witwer.
Sam. The thing I'm like actually just most excited about with that game and hopeful for is that there's just a really well written and fun dynamic between you and your little like gaggle of friends, like you and your droid and your party and stuff. Like I don't know. I just think that's gonna be really
Banter.
fun.
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be an action game, I guess, if that makes sense. I'd rather be more Sekiro I'd rather be more like Dark Souls than Force Unleashed or God of War, or maybe even more like new God of War. Maybe like that, where like your encounters are like only 1 or 2 guys at a time, and that seems to be what they're kind of showing a little bit. Like Force Unleashed, that was silly when your lightsaber was basically a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Like, I hit that Ewok in the face. He shouldn't have a head anymore. What's happening? And they're like, Force kick. I'm like, oh God.
Is anyone even playing Sekiro?
Yeah.
I'm at that part.
Jacob's beaten it 3 times, I think.
know.
Yeah.
I'm at that part with the monks.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get that far.
Real spooked.
Yeah, it's spooky.
I don't want to know anything, but I just like.
I don't even
There are
watch
things
it.
you can do to make that less.
I mean, I got through it, but then I just got to the end part, and there's this thing that moves, and I saw it, and I was like, that thing's gonna fucking move.
Wait.
It's a statue that moves,
Ooh, creepy.
but only if you stand on the platform that it's on. And if you get off the platform, it goes back to where it was.
Oh, I guess I.
So I just like never really go on the platform,
going.
and I'm like, what's gonna happen if I stand on the platform twice? Anyway,
Nothing bad happens in a FromSoft game.
very spooky.
That's pretty cool though.
It was really cool because I walked into that room and there's like 3 monks just praying, and I was like, nope, no,
Everything is bad.
something terrible, and the whole thing's beautiful. There's this gorgeous anyway.
Well, there've been
very good game.
there've been rumors about FromSoft's next title.
Yeah.
Great Rune. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
I mean, so FromSoft they crank out software. It's ridiculous how fast they work. But yeah, they're collaborating with George R.R. Martin.
Hang on, from soft, more like too soft.
Hey, wait.
what
Because
they
they're going to
aren't.
it. Get it? They make
they're-
the soft and not come.
Is this an ad read?
got it. Yes. They got way
Do
too
they make
soft.
good games or not?
They're splooging too much. But yeah, George R.R. Martin's supposed to be writing the lore for their next game, which is an open world Nordic
Can
mythology
he write
game.
the fucking books he's
No,
supposed to write
no,
for you
he's
guys?
He's got nothing else to do.
Oh my
God.
They're like, George, we know you're busy. Nope.
It's like, I need
With
to write
what?
some Hallmark cards. Like, no, George, just write the book.
He's like, I'm ghostwriting for Stephen King. Why?
Gives you 500 cards, but it's a continuous narrative that's not finished.
God, yeah.
I'll finish it
Yeah,
later.
there's a chance we could see FromSoft at Microsoft conference. I think there's just a lot of stuff that might be missing because of Sony. Obviously, we're not going to see Bloodborne 2 this year. Sorry, folks. It's not gonna happen.
Bloodborns.
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
Blood boner.
Did anyone play De
Bleed.
Racine?
What is that?
That's from Software's
the
PlayStation
VR
VR
game?
game. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
heard it
I
wasn't
haven't hooked
great.
up my PSVR because I need HDR, and the HDR doesn't go through the pass-through, so I got to jiggle around some HDR or HDMI cables. You know how it is.
Your
Every
life is
man.
hard.
It's
Yeah.
tough.
Do you
tough
think
being me.
Sony will still drop some like Last of Us 2
Like just a
kid
trailer.
boners or something?
So
like,
Sony's marketing strategy is bombs, not bullets.
yeah,
That's what they say, right? So
That was
it's like,
America's
they'll like
idea too.
blow it up. They will never just like give you a little bit.
Yeah.
So I would say no.
Yeah,
what
I actually
about-
reached out to Sony, and they're like, "We're no." Like,
What about
there's
this whole
no trick?
What
We're
about
just
all
not
this
there.
PS5 bullshit then?
I mean, they're not announcing that.
That's
I
not
think
even
we'll
a
get that
bullet.
at the
That's
end of
like
the year.
that's
Guys,
like
That is a bullet, though. You're
there
right.
was-
that's like piss off a roof.
the variety
It's just a
article.
little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they probably just didn't expect it to
now.
take off at all. It's just Mark Sony being like, let me tell you about engineering.
Yeah, it's got
I'm
ray
sorry about
tracing.
the suckling sounds, guys. I'm taking the lid off this.
we
thing.
did E3 All Access coverage where we had, oh my God, what's his name? Used to be president of Sony. Jack Trenton. We had Jack Trenton on, and he was supposed to drop the mic. He threw it behind him.
Oh, so close.
And that, for me, has always been a metaphor for what Sony has
Bombs,
done
not
since.
bullets.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Did the
also
cord, like wrap around his neck. Or
No,
anything?
he just.
it was a wireless one. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
But like, I
great.
think Bruce was saying the last time we were talking about like why Sony's not going to E3 or whatever is that they were just. We like to believe that their feelings were so hurt by Flute Guy and like all the weird stuff that they did last year, where they're like, it's just seemed like a weird press
They
conference.
just don't
But
have anything to show.
that's my assumption.
They have nothing. Well, they have no games left this
Previous
generation.
year, they dropped everything, and
Yeah.
then probably were like, we're like, haha, Microsoft, like we showed you.
They did
we're
too
the
much.
games, and then it's like, oh no, how do you
They
follow
have
that?
right now Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and The Last of Us 2.
Part 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Done. That's it for this channel.
And then
Assuming they
and then
have
they
another
have a
shit.
new console that they're working
Making a
on.
wipeout, cowards.
Yeah.
That's me in the back.
Sure.
To jump back to EA real quick,
Battle-
before we
PlayStation All Stars.
We'll get FIFA, right?
we will get some FIFA.
no. Oh,
I
and
didn't.
EA?
I didn't even write down any of the sports games because
Oh,
yes, they'll be
God,
there. There'll be
yeah.
a Sims DLC,
Madden,
but Titanfall 3 is
FIFA.
also rumored, or there's some other spin-off set in the Titanfall universe
Yeah.
that's expected to come out.
What if they announce Apex Legends?
I guess they
Yeah.
don't count Apex Legends as
Titanfall?
the Titanfall universe.
No.
because even
Huh.
though it was a spin-off that developed into something else, it isn't part of the Titanfall.
Yeah,
universe.
they said that there's another Titanfall single-player
In development.
product.
Yeah. So we could
But
see
I
Titanfall
thought,
3.
I thought they put that on hold because of Apex.
No, it got greenlit because of Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Titanfall is still a thing. Is because Apex actually hit.
Okay.
We're
now
also
it's
expecting to see more Dragon Age because we know that game exists, but not
Oh,
sure what
there's
we'll
no
see.
way it's visible.
And then there's Skatefall and Dead Space. What's Motive working on? Don't think we'll see any of that stuff.
Well, Motive got tasked with something else, right? Didn't they get taken
Been
off?
on a new IP,
Oh, a new IP. Oh, that's interesting.
I believe.
Yeah, it's been weird to look
Visceral's
at.
gone though.
Yeah, like the thing about Dead Space
Yeah.
that gets me is they have the Star Wars license. Imagine a Dead Space Star Wars game. Like, but they'd
Oh.
never do it because Disney would be like, why would you make a horror
Yeah.
game?
I mean, you could.
Amazing.
I only ever saw the cover of that one Stormtrooper book, but there's like basically like a before the Disney buyout, there was like a Stormtrooper zombie type thing. But like, yeah, I wouldn't mind like a slow moving third person Dead Space like.
It'd be awesome.
Sure.
Or
why
like
not?
some Sith artifact that drives people crazy with Sith power. I mean, you can ride around it easily enough. But
Yeah.
I do think, I think Battlefront 2 or the campaign of Battlefront 2 is evidence that Disney puts a lot of restrictions on what developers can and can't do with Star Wars
Oh,
lore.
I absolutely would blame Disney for that campaign and not the studio for
Oh,
that
yeah,
campaign.
for sure.
That was 100% Disney being like, nope,
Yeah.
not allowed to do that. And you're like, well, what can we do? And they're like, don't know, figure it out.
Yeah. So something with the Dead Space tone.
I don't
think
think
would
allow
even
it.
read
Definitely,
themselves.
the way it seems like the Marvel universe is going to explore alternate realities and different takes on Marvel characters. Like maybe we'll see like She-Thor one day or like stuff like that. Like Disney with Star Wars, they would be like the fact that like Solo's been underperforming. It was like a not a bomb, but just didn't perform to
They
expectations.
considered it a
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah, they'd be letting someone have a playground of the Star Wars universe would do such wonders for them in reinvigorating the universe, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
I just it would be nice if the video games didn't have to tie in directly to the
Yeah.
movies, like bring back Old Republic sort of stuff, or go New Republic, go 4,000 years in the future.
Jedi Fallen Order is supposed to be, right?
It takes place between 3 and 4.
Yeah, which
Because-
I actually like.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I'm interested
KOTOR
in that
was
era.
way back
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Old Republic and
The,
stuff like that.
the Last Jedi. Wait, that's not Last Jedi. I'm sorry. What's it called?
Fallen
Je-
Jedi
Fallen Jedi's Orders.
I think that's what it's called, right?
I think
Jedi
it's just
Jedi Fallen Order.
Sorry,
which is weird
Fallen.
because does that mean Jedi is supposed to be its own series now? Because it's like Jedi: Fallen Order, right?
right.
So
Wait,
it's
I thought it
Jedi
was
and-
Star Wars. Star
I guess
Wars.
I
Star
just-
Wars: Jedi.
Jedi
I just
Fallen
think of
Order.
like
Oh, you might be right.
I think so.
Shadow of Mordor being like just kind of to me it's so weird that that's
weird.
tied to Lord of the Rings. Like
Yeah.
just let somebody do something weird
And actually-
with Star Wars.
Sure.
Made me not like because like Shadow of War, the second one.
Yeah.
It opens up with like already doing that thing where let's reach back to something in lore and make it something totally different. It's like no spoilers because it's in the first 20 minutes, but they make Shella like a
Yeah.
beautiful goth lady,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I get, she's an ancient god or whatever.
The
I'm like,
spider.
oh, it's a
Yeah.
big spider. Sam stabbed
Yeah.
her to death. Stop this. You
Oh,
stop it.
But then she was corrupted and became a spider. Is that what
guess.
it's supposed to be?
I don't remember.
I think that was just a form she was taking
Oh.
in that one moment, and she didn't actually. Yeah,
It
it's a
scared
lot
the
of
hell out of me when I
some
was a kid.
retcon
The,
stuff.
the Fallen Order though makes sense because you're playing a character that survived Order 66 or whatever.
Yeah.
So then it's like it makes sense that you're a rookie starting with nothing. So that works for me. But I'm with you, Elyse, where it's like just
make
let
it
the
weird.
devs have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
Republic Commando was awesome.
It's still a bummer that we'll never get Amy Hennig's game. Like, I
Yeah.
wonder if that part of that was Disney
13,
meddling
13.
rather than just EA meddling as well. Could have
I
been.
think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I think what my read on it, which is not informed by anything aside from just hearsay and happenstance, but feels like Lucas's control over Star Wars narrative makes any narrative development so long and costly that it just becomes not worth it at a certain point.
Yeah.
When they won't say yes to anything, and you have a
Hard to make
gameplay
anything.
prototype, but you can't make a game out of it because they're holding things up or asking for rounds of approvals, and suddenly you're 3 years in and you haven't gotten a solid yes to any of the concept art. You're just like, well, okay, fine.
I feel like a writer like Amy would also hate that process. It's hard to get like someone who's been writing about games for a really long time to want to do that when they're like, well, in this one, you can't really make any of the choices. Does that sound fun? You're like, no, not really. I'm good actually.
telling the most basic templated meaningless
At a certain
story.
point, you'd be like, all right, I'm not fighting for it. I don't care. I'm done. Like, you just give up.
That's also something she would never be able to say out loud, ever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, she is under NDA, but it does expire. And I'm not sure when, but I know her NDA has an expiry date.
It's like book deal, new job. Book
Yeah.
deal, new job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not worth cashing out over.
All right. I need to do an ad read.
Hell yeah.
Thank you to Mint Mobile for sponsoring this week's episode of Dude Soup. There are a lot of things in life that aren't right. Carpet in showers, eating dip with your fingers, which I have kind of done, chunky milk, or paying too much for your phone bill. Now, that's not right, but thanks to Mint Mobile, you don't have to overpay for wireless anymore. With Mint Mobile, you can cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. They've reimagined wireless, making it easy and online only, which means they can pass significant savings directly onto you. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. You can keep your old number along with all your existing contacts, and with Mint Mobile, you can choose plans with 3, 8, or 12 gigs of 4G LTE data, and stop paying for unlimited data that you'll just never use. Every plan comes with unlimited nationwide talk and text, and if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. So ditch your old wireless bill and start saving with Mint Mobile. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/dude. That is mintmobile.com/dude. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month and get free shipping on your Mint Mobile plan at mintmobile.com/dude. Thank you, Mint Mobile. So next up is Microsoft. That's actually our first press conference this year.
Yeah, it's the biggest,
June 9,
longest.
1 p.m. Yeah, it's
They have
their
so much to
first.
prove.
They're swooping it. Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is what competition does.
I like a
I don't
scrappy
know if
fighter.
it's that. I wonder if it's every third party being like, fuck.
Yeah, they got nowhere to exhibit.
Yeah.
and-
Oh,
So they're all just like, please take it.
oh, I love it. I love that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
It's just going to be back-to-back game trailers.
I think so, which is what we've always wanted from them. Less of like, but TV all in one living room, connect. Like, what if we just got games?
Yeah, if you, just as a fun little experiment for all the listeners. There's a Dude Soup Challenge of the week. Go back and watch an E3 press conference from Sony, like before 2009.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's boring because it's a trade show.
They were press conferences,
Yeah.
literal press conferences.
It was bar graphs
Yeah.
and
Now they
numbers
call
and
them
sales
showcases.
figures. Yeah,
But I thought Microsoft was pretty good last year.
they were
They
very
were.
good last
Like,
year.
you know,
They're-
I don't
they're
know if they have
self-aware.
that much to prove now.
How many shirt
honest.
changes do you think
Phil Spencer will
Spencer's
make?
gonna
Philly.
go through?
2.
Only 2?
he's been doing less. I think
Yeah.
True.
I think he reads comments.
Yeah.
He actually uses the internet, unlike a lot of other executives.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think they're just gonna either start or end with Halo, and it's great that Halo is now becoming nostalgic. There's so many people like, man, remember Halo 3? I'm like, yes, it was.
like they usually start
it was
with
10 years
Halo.
ago.
I'm weirdly excited about
Full
this one.
orchestra.
I think because it isn't a 6, you know?
Yeah.
Like it feels like a reboot, and
is-
thus I'm excited about it.
I
And
think
we
they
have-
know they
Yeah.
fucked up. And
Absolutely.
it's fine. It's time to like just go back to basics of like
Yeah.
why did Halo work in the first place?
There are a lot of
That's-
rumors
that's
about
so
what
weird
this
to
game's
say.
going to be, but someone also like half leaked what the actual trailer is supposed to be. I don't know if I buy it though. It didn't sound very credible to me, but you know, opens with a shot of Master Chief and his arm is different and whatever, and he picks a different helmet, trying to indicate that you can choose different pieces of armor even in single player or whatever.
Okay.
Do they
And
have
he and Arbor is
stats?
69. What?
Well,
You're gonna snap a Covenant's neck, and then an armor piece is gonna squirt out.
Well, to me, it sounded
Oh.
more like this is like Destiny, which is kind of what people have been hypothesizing. But I've heard that it's not playable.
still.
Oh.
That was implied, but not told to me, so I'm not 100% sure.
So Adam, I'm
So we'll
curious because you kind of mentioned that they'd fucked up. Aside from the Master Chief Collection being unplayable, I mean, Halo 5 did some weird narrative stuff.
People hated the story.
Yeah, people
I mean,
hated
it
that
just
other
didn't do
dude.
anything.
It's always all about Locke, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I didn't mind it.
Nobody asked for that.
I mean, nothing happened. It was an Act 2 of like what was I assume was to be a trilogy, but I guess they're abandoning that now. But aside from just the narrative beats, what would you say was like What was a failure in Halo 5?
Even though it was kind of a pay to win type scenario with that one mode,
Yeah.
a competitive. I thought
What are they
was
called? Rec packs?
yeah.
I still enjoyed it.
It was good, but it still was like it was still like a loot box sort of extravaganza or whatever. But like, I thought the modes were cool and stuff, but then like it just got too esportsy and it didn't really seem like there was a lot of love into the series. And then the fact that they were like, let's put Master Chief out of the side and introduce Locke, and like no one cared about Locke. Like he was just nothing.
Yeah, like it lost some of the heart, I think.
Not that the Chief is a really
yeah, that's the
he's not a deep character or anything like that, but like we've
He's
had
nostalgic.
him. Yeah,
There's
we've
stuff
had him.
you can imprint on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like, oh, I remember him from the other games, and there's books written about him, or yada yada. So you can at least have something to go off of. Whereas Locke is like, I'm all attitude. And you're like, isn't that the guy who plays Luke Cage? like,
Yeah.
was it?
yeah. So it's like kind of weird to just be like, an actor is now in this, whereas like Chief is voiced by some
It's also,
DJ
like,
from Chicago.
Even if Chief is no one, because we've been with him for such a long time, you still have an attachment to him.
Yeah.
Like, even if he isn't really a character, I'm like, yeah, I've been with him, with John for a decade at least, right?
and then also making
You don't wanna
Cortana a
lose him.
villain was a
Yeah,
dumb move.
making her go
Yeah.
hysterical. You know how they are.
Yeah.
They guys.
There are a couple things I like wonder about, which is
Rampant. That's the word, right?
The
do you
usual.
know what any co-op details are about it?
I think they might have announced that, because the previous ones, I know I was pissed off when they got rid of split screen co-op.
Yeah,
because it's my favorite way to play Halo.
Pretty sure
Yep.
they said it's gonna have split screen.
They
think
did,
they
okay,
did say that,
because
yeah.
I'm like, thinking like that to me is so associative with Halo.
Yeah,
like, it's
sure.
what people get out of it.
Well, they're looking at their demographics,
Yeah.
which
We'll
are they're
have
like
4-player split
yeah.
screen.
Okay.
They're like our audience is between the age of 32 and 33, and it's this one guy.
Because that's my
Me and
other
Adam.
thing
It's
is
Carl.
it's like it kind of needs to be a soft reboot, at least if not a hard reboot, because I feel like there is an entire young generation that skipped out on the last one or didn't, it was
Yeah.
past the prime of investment for them, and now how are they going to engage 13-year-olds to play Halo?
Battle Royale.
Which apparently was either scrapped or
I
not
heard
even
that.
considered to put in, like
Uh,
because of like the bad rap or the bad reception it was getting at E3 when didn't people audibly boo Battlefield's thing.
something happened. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, and Battlefield will have Battle Royale. I was like, they got booed, and then they're like, oh shit, but apparently it's not bad. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
I haven't touched it.
It's weird that Battle Royale is a selling point. If it's just like, hey, we added a multiplayer mode, cool. Whatever, everyone's
Yeah.
doing it. Here you
There's
go, it's
so
fine. But
many.
not making a big deal about it. I don't know. What else? Oh wait, what
Yeah,
about
it
that
sounds
other-
like Bonnie Ross said they're calling it a spiritual reboot. Halo Infinite is a spiritual reboot.
It
of the
has to
series.
be.
But I mean,
Yeah, I've never.
so
Yeah.
the only when I think of something like a spiritual reboot of Halo, it's tough because it means so many things to so many people. For me, I enjoyed most of the campaign. So for me, a spiritual reboot of Halo would be a massive open world shooter, like something like Darksiders, but shooter, where like maybe you get super Spartan legs, so you can traverse open ground really quickly. But then there are like single player levels like dungeon, kind of almost like Rage, where you explore an open world, you talk to people, you learn about
be
the
into
whatever alien planet you're on.
Yeah.
But would that not feel like a Reach or like some kind of like a side
Halo
game?
Reach?
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I meant. Would it not feel more like a kind of like side entry to the franchise than following Master Chief's story?
I mean, if it's a spiritual reboot, I don't know what Master Chief's story is at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
He turned, he did a bad thing
He didn't.
by the UN. Well, like
He killed his Padawan.
Yeah, what was the deal in 5? Why was Locke after him? I can't remember the actual details of that story.
I think because they get like a message or whatever from Cortana, and he's like, we got to go get Cortana, and they said, no, you can't.
Oh, and then he went anyway. Yeah, right. He had
You went-
betrayed orders.
You went rogue. I don't know. It just seemed
When I
weird.
think about Halo, I don't think about these two most recent games at all.
yeah, the
like,
Prometheans or whatever.
Moved.
yeah.
Get out.
I mean, yeah, there is purity there. What I was trying to think of is like what series, because you were talking about introducing a Locke, what series can swap a silent protagonist with anything else? So like Zelda games are always Link.
Well, he's not a
Metroid games
silent
are always
protagonist.
Samus. Huh?
He's not a silent
He
protagonist.
does say things now, occasionally, but he was always very taciturn.
Doesn't say a lot.
Who are we talking about? Chief or Link?
Chief.
Oh, Chief.
Any of them. I
Chief,
consider
Chief's always talked a little bit.
a little.
Yeah.
He only said
People
like
didn't
2 or 3
seem
things
mad
in
about
Combat Evolved.
Revengeance for Metal Gear,
That's true.
but that was a spin-off, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit different.
I don't know. If Samus
mean,
started
Gears-
mouthing off.
Like another M. People love that.
Yeah.
Gears swapped to JD and now Kate.
That's
Like,
true.
They've done it okay. Well, people are mad about Kate, but that's because she's woman, so that's a little different.
Knit cap, get out of here.
Women in my big man game. Boo.
Get out of here.
Whatever.
I just feel like people develop strong emotional identities to games like that. Dark Souls is another one where you have a non-protagonist that is an avatar for your feelings and
Imprint.
experiences. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's an
exactly.
imprint.
So yeah, when you bring a named character and try to like, boop, then that doesn't match what people think about it.
Yeah.
And furthermore, how do you make a spiritual reboot to something that's so personal and nebulous to a lot of people? That's what's weird.
I don't
tough.
know. Yeah, I guess you could almost just like remake the first game and really hone in on those moments that worked really well. Like, what's the first one when you land on, was Silent Cartographer, you know,
Love
big
that
battle, come in, and then it's just a big level.
Yeah, it's like do these 3 things in whatever
Halo
order you
1
want.
does have a lot of that. It has a lot of sandboxes that you are driven around.
Yeah.
Actually, almost all levels, except
first-
for ones that are on ships.
Yeah, like first start on Pillar of Autumn, and then you land, and then all of a sudden it's like, these are your 3 missions. Go figure them out in order, whichever order you want. I hope someone at, I almost said Bungie, 343 looked at that and went, we could do that but bigger. And like imagine 4 or 5 chapters of the game just being one giant level, and
Yeah.
you tackle them in any order that you want, and then you have like
Uncharted Lost Legacy did that in a really smart way.
Yeah, that sequence in Lost Legacy was super cool.
It was my favorite part of that game.
And beautiful. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
oh,
So yeah,
A lot of what 343 has said is we're aware that we've made mistakes and we're listening to the community and we've redone things. And I actually believe them.
yeah.
Like, I feel like most of the time when devs say that or publishers say that, I'm like, sure, you're listening. But they extended it a year and seemed to completely change the game because of that stuff. So, yay!
Microsoft deserves. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, please go ahead.
Oh, just Microsoft deserves a lot of credit for dumping money into the things that gamers say they want. So like funding small studios making big projects, giving Halo time to be whatever it needs to be. Any other publisher wouldn't have had the pockets or the ability or even the inclination to do that. All right, what were you going to say?
I didn't want to detract from Halo, but I am deathly curious and want to know everyone's thoughts. What's the pirate sailing game that's
Sea of
coming?
Thieves.
No,
Skull and
no.
Bones?
Skull and
Oh,
Bones.
the other one.
Ubisoft.
Is that still happening?
It got
and is
delayed.
it
They
Yeah.
acknowledged it, but
I
it's
think
not
we'll
gonna be
see that
there.
at their conference.
is it
They said it wouldn't be
weird?
there.
Does
But
it
it's not-
feel
oh, did they? And it's not
dated,
playable.
and almost like it's past expiration given Sea of Thieves?
I think that's
kinda
why they're
thing?
delaying it. I think
Like-
I
they're.
didn't know I wasn't going to be there.
And there was like,
It's definitely not playable.
yeah, I think they said it's delayed. It's super delayed, and also it's not going to be at E3 this year. I think they said that. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised if that got canceled then.
Right?
It's cool that we all came together as a society and said pirates are cool again.
Yeah, for this hot window.
Thanks.
Thanks, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, on Stranger Tides
Yeah.
really brought it
That
back.
was announced so long ago too.
Yeah,
Wasn't it last year?
no.
No,
2
it
years
got
ago.
announced when Scalebound got announced, right?
Oh my.
Really?
Wasn't it?
I thought it was 2 years ago, but
Possibly.
Look at
damn.
What's it called?
But to wrap
Skull
up,
and Bones.
Xbox.
Do you think they're gonna show off the new
Xbox.
console, or they're just gonna
Well,
release
Project
tease it?
Scarlet. Are we going to see that?
Yes,
I think we will too.
they said.
Why is
they
it called
said
Scarlet? Because it's Scarlet Letter. Because it's a slut.
'Cause, yeah, it'll suck your dick.
No, I mean, they're like, this console will suck your dick.
Please
We ran
buy
out of
it.
ideas. It'll suck
Even
your
if you don't have a dick, it will 3D print you a dick, and it will suck
Then
that.
suck it.
Ever had your dick sucked in 4K? Oh my god, it's amazing.
No, it's gonna support 8K. Has to. Because that's the
Upscaling.
Because that's the
it's
future.
allowed.
Yeah.
Said some dude in the
It's
YouTube comments.
2017.
Yeah, I believe they said they were going to talk about it. I don't know if we'll
I think they'll
physically
give you a
see
vision
it.
of the future. It'll probably be a lot of talk about
They
what will
have
be
to,
available.
right?
I think we'll get
because-
one of those developer montages like we had the first time with Todd Howard being like, "Yeah, it'll run VR," and then for years I've been waiting for VR to come to
Oh,
Xbox,
yeah.
and it never ended up happening.
I guess if you just sit really
Thanks,
close to your
Todd.
TV.
Yeah,
Oh, we
Kind
need
of
Project xCloud.
we're definitely going to hear about XCloud.
Sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's going to be part of their Scarlet pitch, I
Yeah.
assume.
yeah.
It will.
Cloud processing and
It'll
cloud
be-
rendering.
it'll be
I think
backwards
they'll probably
compatible
be
with
pretty
everything.
vague. We won't get a picture. We probably won't get too many specs. I imagine they'll give us like some stuff that's like the most powerful console ever made again.
They're gonna have to do some fucking crazy shit where they're gonna be like Mario 3 exclusively.
And it's free.
Something like that. Like we worked some deal out with Nintendo where we're putting xCloud on their platform and they're giving us one of their things or
Yeah,
something
they've
like
got
that.
achievements on.
And they're just sitting there hand in hand, looking at Sony going, "What up?"
up,
Like, hey. I mean, that
Yeah.
would be insanity.
Yeah,
They might drop some weird ball.
Well,
like
so
that.
there's all the developers they bought, right? So we're going to see Outer Worlds.
6 devs, I believe.
Yeah. I can't remember what they're all individually working on. They bought
State
Turn
of Decay
10.
2.
It's today,
which
today's
we'll see
a
again.
Forza Motorsport year, not a Horizon year.
It is a motorsport year, but then
Okay.
Playground is working on an open world action RPG,
That's right.
which I'm really hoping is Fable. If there would
was
be
that
one
leak?
thing,
There's a rumor
Fable
about
4 got
Fable.
I
released on
know.
Mixer?
If there would be one thing that I would want from E3 this year, it would be Fable.
Is Playground in?
Please, UK.
They are UK. Okay. Because I feel like
Gotta
only
be a
British
UK
developers could nail the weird,
Has to be.
stupid sense of humor in Fable.
The other one was Perfect Dark, was rumored to, and this is
that'd be
really
cool.
loose rumored, to be in development by the Coalition, which is a Gears
I
of
don't
War
like
studio.
cool games.
I
like
love
Perfect Dark a lot.
Dark.
What about
Did you
Perfect
like
Dark Zero?
Yeah, did you like Zero?
No, we don't talk about that.
Oh, never mind. So we're just, okay.
Let's get
original
into
Perfect Dark.
Joanna's past.
Well, I mean, you guys talk about Cyberpunk. If it's hot again, now's the time to release another Perfect
Actually,
Dark.
Perfect Dark is very cyberpunk.
It's 100%
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
The name of the company is Cyberdyne.
It is.
And it's got like a
Cyberdyne.
music whenever you pause the game, like
I
lasers shoot
love
out.
those
It runs at
games,
5
so that
frames a
game.
second.
Yeah, give it a chance.
I'd be
like-
very happy to see that.
It's got RoboCop view. this is all
Yeah.
floating back. When you like target somebody, the stupid bracket pops around
It's
them.
incredible. The laptop gun where you could like throw it on the wall and it would turn into a turret, and there was that one, the one where you could shoot through the walls.
God, what a
Incredible video game.
The late
Incredible
90s were
video
nerdy
game.
as fuck, man.
an
Everybody just
alien
wanted to
named
make
Elvis.
anime.
Yeah, I loved Elvis.
I still remember.
yeah.
I think my friend had the N64. He played it and he's like, "Please put in your expansion slot." We're like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
You don't get to play this.
Yeah, you need more RAM.
What's a Rumble Pack?
Yeah.
I love those games though.
Popping them out like a magazine clown.
Yeah, but of the first party studios, I think we probably will see some State of Decay 2 like DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Gears 5.
What's the name? Well, for sure, see Gears 5.
Yeah.
What's the name of the studio that was working on? Fuck, I've just forgotten everything.
Every last.
Are we happy for
the
you?
thing. Oh.
They bought We Happy Few developers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I don't imagine we'll see anything new from them.
starts with a P, maybe Psycho something or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
don't
And then
worry.
they also
The name
bought
is
the
not
ones who
name's
made
clearly not important.
Hellblade,
Oh,
Ninja
yeah.
Theory.
Ninja
What
Theory.
are they called?
Ninja Theory. They bought Ninja Theory.
I keep
Let me look
forgetting
That's
that.
really exciting.
I know. I forgot they.
I thought it's something that sounds like Insomniac is what I thought. But
Ninja Theory's had a beat since Hellblade came out too. Maybe
Yeah.
they're going to show their next project.
That is really cool.
Propulsion games.
Ah. That's a weird name
That's
for a
happy
dev
few.
studio.
Oh.
Yeah, so we could see something from Ninja Theory. That would be awesome. And I'll always be excited about their games, especially if they continue to, under Xbox, make games like Hellblade that are even like Enslaved. It's not that long. Just like smaller, contained games that they just release once a year. Like,
I could, that's total Game Pass bait.
Yeah,
Of like,
you're right.
we made this 4-hour thing. It's really heady. It's like an art piece. It's about cancer or whatever. It's out on Game Pass for free right now. Well, free, but you got to sign up.
They make great games because they're also just their gameplay is super fun.
I'll throw this out there. You know, it's going to be a big surprise that no one's going to see coming. A new BioShock.
No.
Okay, so
That's dead.
okay, well, no.
I mean, 2K owns the rights, right? But they,
Okay, but they did pull devs off of Mafia 3 to work on BioShock 4. We know that. Yeah, that is known. That
Okay.
Mafia 3 kind of fell apart because they pulled some of them off to work on a BioShock
yeah, 2K
project.
still has the rights to BioShock.
That could happen.
I mean,
Good.
I know they're doing the System Shock remake or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
and I know Prey
Prey was basically.
was
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
System Shock. It was actually
It's also like, will we see
really
Ken
good.
Levine's new game?
whom?
Who?
Ken Levine.
Oh,
creator.
I heard Ken the Bean. I was like,
I've seen his game. I have seen that game.
I feel like ever since
Alright.
he retreated into the hills, he's probably not after a big E3 reveal. He's probably. This is impressive.
they have. Look, I saw a trailer.
Oh.
And it was very broken.
Oh.
In that, like, it was incomplete.
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't make me sign an NDA, but out of respect, I'm just not talking about that game. But I mean, they had all their voice acting done, and I saw it 2 years ago.
So what is
Okay.
Ken doing?
Doesn't have a publisher now,
Dick
technically.
around.
He's waiting
where's he
for
getting
that
money from?
BioShock drop, and then he'll go, "Oh, you like that?
Check
Well, what
this
about
out.
Ken?"
Maybe.
It is the
I
same
invented
trailer. It's all
me.
broken. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Man,
really
I
don't know.
wonder. Or maybe, I wonder, do you think he could have stalled to wait for next gen?
I don't know that he would
Did
do
the money
that.
to do that,
The
to
thing
wait?
that gets me about that is like there are some vague similarities between that game and some of the stuff that Dying Light 2 is doing. And I'm like, okay, well then how, like, are you waiting to see what they do? And then I'm like,
There's no way that, because you have to pay people
Yeah,
salaries.
I don't know how you could
so
sustain the
nobody would
money.
sit on a product that's
not
ready
a big
to ship.
studio.
I still.
Oh, it's
yeah,
definitely not ready to ship.
Well,
But I'm
then,
like, when
yeah.
are you going to announce
They
it?
got to be working
Early
on it.
access. You know, it would be nice, and I know everyone hates Konami, which is fine. We're allowed to. I would have liked them to remake all the Metal Gear Solids with the Fox engine.
That'd be awesome.
No, I mean like NES Metal Gear, Snake's Revenge. Fuck it, why not?
like Twin Snakes
Remake
it?
all of them.
Yeah, like just remake them all with the new and just be like, here we go. Here's our remaster, our Metal Gear remasters. Yes, remake the original Metal Gear Solid and Twin Snakes.
All right, I need to do another ad read.
I'll go for it.
But yes, Metal Gear would be great. You know what else is great? Candid Co. Did you know your teeth move as you get older? I didn't either. And getting braces is the last thing I'd want at my age. Candid is the clear alternative to braces. You can get custom clear aligners without the hassle of in-person visits to the orthodontist office. Candid is helping people gain confidence through accessible and affordable orthodontic care. The process of straightening and brightening your teeth has never been more convenient, and Candid's team of orthodontists, and they only use orthodontists, never dentists, have an average of 20 years experience, so you know the person prescribing your treatment and overseeing your progress is an expert. It also costs 65% less than braces, which means you can save thousands of dollars. So basically, Candid makes custom clear aligners that are sent directly to your home. Each treatment plan is customized specifically for your needs to help straighten your teeth, and an orthodontist licensed in your state reviews your specific case and creates a 3D preview of what your treatment and final result will look like. And then once you see that preview, it's completely up to you if you want to move forward with your clear aligner treatment plan. You can also talk to a real person at any time if you have any questions. So basically, you are one step away from getting straight up brighter teeth. Just use our dedicated link, which is candidco.com/dude, to learn more and get $75 off. That is candidco.com/dude. Thank you to Candid Co.
Awesome. We haven't touched on the thing that I know everyone's waiting for. Is the next installment in the Devolver E3 presentation cinematic universe.
Look, I didn't put Devolver in here because I have no idea what we're going to see from Devolver or PC.
She's cyberized now.
That was a good
Whatever
conference.
her name is.
It
Lady
was a
got
good
blown
conference.
It's.
The Dave Lang Memorial.
I hate how self-aware it is.
Really? It's too much.
It's too much.
It's
I mean, I like it. That's the thing.
Watching it is intense.
Yeah, I wish we weren't, co-streaming it or whatever, because then it's like, well, the audience should just watch it.
yeah. You can't make fun of it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it makes
No,
fun
I
of
mean,
itself
yeah,
too
exactly.
effectively.
Yeah.
But Devolver always has a great lineup every E3. So
Yeah.
Series Samp 4 was probably going to be this year.
That's
You
some
guys.
stuff. Yeah.
Crow team's got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Croatians are wacky.
Yep.
But you know how to get a lot of enemies on screen.
You shoot guys.
And Doom Eternal. Oh my God, such a good year for shooting a lot of
Okay,
things.
so that's what I was
Yeah.
going to jump to next is
Oh.
because
Not Bethesda.
Microsoft's conference is June 9, 1 p.m. PT, and then Bethesda is June 9, 5:30 p.m. PT. So
they're the last one.
on
so,
Sunday,
yeah.
it's only those two.
It's all.
Sunday's also Devolver.
and Devolver.
But yeah, Monday is
But
PC Gaming.
all press
Square,
conferences
and-
are in just one day.
Huh?
Well,
all press
No.
conferences.
No.
Sunday, Monday. E3, or sorry, EA's doing something on Saturday.
It's
And it's-
Ubisoft, Square.
Nintendo's
and
still
PC.
Tuesday?
Nintendo is Tuesday.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nintendo's Direct is always Tuesday
There was
morning.
Tuesday morning.
So
Okay.
Bethesda, we're probably going to see Elder Scrolls Online, Doom, Wolfenstein, and I'm guessing Fallout 76. We know we won't see more about New Elder Scrolls or Starfield after
Boink.
that
Okay.
slight tease last year.
That's all we're
Slideshow.
getting.
I love Dishonored, so I'd be happy to have more Dishonored personally.
Yeah, what's Arcane working on?
I would really love to
They're
have
probably
more
pinch
of that.
hitting on Wolfenstein, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably. But that game's coming out in July. It's very soon, whenever it is. So we'll see more of it for sure. I'd guess we get a big gameplay chunk of that one because we've only had a trailer so far. Obviously, Doom Eternal, we'll get some more from that. I would guess they'll show us some more mobile games and an update on Blades. I'm trying to think of like other Bethesda properties that I want back right now, and it's
Doom Eternal's
only one
weird
thing
because
I
they're going
care
to throw
about
to QuakeCon, which happens like a month after.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And this is like the year of Doom, so I don't think it's going to be out before QuakeCon.
we'll probably get a release date.
Very
said
important.
that last year. You said last
Every
year.
year's year of
was
Doom.
the year of
No, like this one specifically, they sent me an email about it.
It's a shotgun with a hook on it. You can fly in the air. I love
The
Doom.
game looks really good.
It's fucking Doom.
Even
great.
I played the new Doom.
I am
I
so
never-
into the lore, you guys.
Yeah, Doom
Did you guys know
2016.
Doom has lore?
There were no dialogue
Yeah. That
was
trees,
good, too.
and I
Yeah.
played it.
I was just going over it in my head the other day because that's what I do when I'm left to my own
Sometimes I
devices.
just watch those Doom trailers.
Yeah, you're the
Instead of
Poon
porn.
Slayer or whatever.
It's good.
Oh God,
That
what is
one
it?
where they
Knights
cranked up,
Templar or
they
whatever?
got the PC, and they were like, let's crank it up to ultra settings, and then they had the gameplay, and so good.
frame rates.
Does it-
Beautiful.
As long as it's got ray tracing, I don't care.
Damn it, Adam.
They're adding ray tracing to Quake 2.
I saw that. That's the one thing where people are like, oh, I can actually see the difference, as opposed to like Battlefield,
Oh,
whatever we called it. What was it? Battlefield 2.
yeah. Oh wait, no, Battlefield 5,
That's right.
where you can see flames.
I can't even get the numbers
Oh,
right
yeah,
in
I
my
guess
head.
we'll see more Battlefield this
Yeah,
year.
you have
huh?
to know what to look for unless
They
it's
already
something
released
like
the
that, where
trailer.
all the lighting is
Did
bad.
they?
Battlefield?
No, for the it was a new map pack or
I
something.
just
like
want
that.
Battlefield Bad Company 3.
I don't think sales numbers are going to back you up on that one. Yeah.
Do that.
Oh, and yeah,
Really nice,
also on
though.
the subject of Dead Space, like those games, they tried as hard as they could to make those games earn money.
Give other people the IPs then.
Well, then they're
Can you
just going to
imagine
make a
if
more loot
Bethesda
boxy
made a
thing.
fucking Dead Space?
Bethesda has a different expectation for profitability.
Because they're not publicly traded.
yeah,
It's way different. So if look, what if EA? I know that EA and Bethesda, all the execs listen to this podcast, obviously. So if you could please just give Bethesda the IP for Dead Space and have them make a new Dead Space.
Look, it's the game we all wanted. Finally, a sequel to Mirror's Edge. Can someone please make that?
that game was so good.
What did it come out?
Can I talk to you outside of the podcast for a second?
That's, I love when there's like
Sliding a
it's the
note
vocal
to you.
minority of like, man, just give us a Mirror's Edge 2, please. They come and they went, nah.
Just make it open world.
I would still lose my mind if they announced Skate 4. Like I really would. I'd still be like, maybe EA can do it.
Scat.
I think that was they were testing the waters, or somebody was testing the waters with
Is
Tony
this
Hawk. And
the
just-
seg to Luigi's Mansion 3?
maybe
I don't know.
that's going to be in the
Discussion?
direct.
We have to go to
right?
Ubisoft first, but we will get to Luigi's Mansion. Is
that happening?
We got to reserve
Yeah.
time.
Was there a second one?
Yes.
Yeah, Dark Moon.
I never played
It's on
any.
3DS, idiot.
And oh,
Dumbass.
oh, it wasn't a console.
No, it was a handheld.
It is a console.
according to Nintendo.
It's a handheld. Console.
Sold enough, didn't it? Didn't it?
I have no idea.
did.
I don't think Mirror's Edge.
True
Only we could find out.
gamers.
I think Mirror's Edge sold bad and reviewed bad.
Oh yeah.
Like, and they were like,
No,
well,
nobody
It was
wanted it.
tepid.
the gamers clearly don't want the game, and it's like, well, no, we didn't want that. Like, we did want Mirror's Edge too.
EA
but
does
not-
the thing that people ask them sometimes, and no one ever buys it.
but they didn't do it how. That game was not what I wanted from Mirror's Edge 2.
I don't know how you can make a Mirror's Edge game better than
You just make it
Catalyst.
exactly the same as the first one.
You just play the first one. Also, that didn't sell
Maybe
either.
I will.
They made it open world. They added like stuff. They added everything everybody asked for. No one cared.
I did finish it. Oh, actually, EA took away my access.
Oh,
They do that thing now where they give us
beat it in
like
10 hours?
They gave me like a preview builder and they're like, here, check out the game. I was like, oh, cool, that's awesome. Or I think it was maybe Greg Miller gave me a code or something. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like I felt. I
So
was
Greg
like,
Miller took away your access.
well, something, and then they're like, your game has expired. And I went, oh. Well, I wasn't
Thanks,
really.
Greg.
Well, I was like, I wasn't really enjoying it, so I guess I'm not gonna buy it.
the kind of
Greg,
Funhaus
Greg
rivalry
checked. You could
rages
tell
on.
it. You weren't playing it.
But then I bought
This many hours
Mass
of
Effect
race.
Andromeda, and I didn't play it at all.
Oh, that's
yeah.
fair.
You
You
traded
traded
in?
about that.
No, I bought it digitally.
Trade it in.
You can trade in digital
No,
games.
Watch Dogs
No.
3.
Oh,
Yes, so Ubisoft
That's
is
gonna
June
count.
10 at
Watch
1 p.m.
Dogs.
PT. Probably start with Just Dance because it always does.
Yeah.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, I think we'll probably see some more of, and Ghost Recon. We don't know much about their other titles other than that there will be no Assassin's Creed this year, which I think is good. Also, Odyssey and Origins are both very good games. I would totally recommend you play both of them. But it is about time to see
just
Watch
waiting.
Dogs 3. And fun fact, a very drunk dev at a bar that I was at in Montreal several years ago told me that game is set in London. He does work for Ubisoft. Obviously, no NDA was signed there, and I guess we'll see if that's true. This whole time I've been like, I buy it. I believe him.
You just journalismed.
I did.
Nice job.
I did.
Well, that means you can use the subways and stuff. You can
I think
use
it'd be
the,
cool.
like, huh?
I think it'd be cool, and it's
Yeah.
where this hasn't been confirmed, but I'm guessing it's time for Watch Dogs 3.
Oh, yes.
James and I played a lot of the co-op because we kept getting invited to like events to do stuff, like early coverage stuff, and like we always enjoyed it. Like Watch Dogs co-op was stupid fun.
Yeah.
Because it's like you hack this, I'll hack that, and then we're just like trying to run into each other and.
There's a lot of fun stuff
Yeah.
you could do in Watch Dogs 2. Like Watch Dogs 1 I even liked, but it just was soulless. And then 2
yeah.
got silly and
Chicago.
fun, and yeah.
You guys should do Hack Bros series
I
for
know.
the channel.
I should. We
Hack
should keep
Bros.
playing it.
Watch Dogs 1 is really fascinating. I like it a lot. And like, it's weird because the main character is not good.
Aiden Pierce.
Yeah, Hayden Pierce is kind of a shitbag and is not a shitbag.
There's
Kind
that
of
dirty
reminds-
rat guy from the DLC, though. What's his name?
What, T-Dog?
Yeah,
T-Bone?
T-Dog.
Yeah.
T-Bone.
T-Bone.
That dude rules. Now
He
he's
should be the
actually like,
lead.
kind of a good guy.
T-Bone goes to London. Maybe.
We need more T-Bone.
But it didn't look like the fake trailer.
Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of screwed them because that was supposed to be like a next gen launch title as well, and it got pushed, and it just like it had a bunch of bad blood even going into launch.
Yeah, it kind of pitched itself as being like Hitman, which
Yeah.
like that looks really cool when you play it well. But if that game, the trailer version, was the game that it was, everyone would have hated it.
I barely remember Watch Dogs. Like I finished that entire game.
Oh man, I loved it.
I barely
You
remember.
gotta save your daughter.
I think I got to the very
Hack
end.
you, daughter.
And it got stupid hard for some reason. They just ramp up the
Yeah.
difficulty where guys like
You like start tangling with a hack Illuminati or
Yeah,
whatever.
The
so-
Resident Evil problem. The game's great. Like with 7, it's great until suddenly you're on a boat and you just there's more and more and more enemies, and you're like, I didn't ask for this.
Okay.
Can I go back to the fucking house?
Well, I was just like I just kept driving and they're like hack, and I just like kept getting hacked, and then like
Someone puts up one of those.
Oh, the road stoppers.
Yeah.
yeah, and I was just like this just isn't fun, and I just stopped and I was like I'll just watch the ending online, but
Anyways, cool. You hack a dude's pacemaker.
Is that how it ends?
Yeah, you like bloop some guy and he
that's
dies.
cool.
Yeah.
But but it's like a
they're
slow
all cool
Ubisoft
concepts.
death. He's like on the other side of a glass wall, so you have this really like drawn out dialogue.
Yeah. There was
Where-
that DJ guy you were hunting down for a while.
Oh.
He looked like Deadmau5. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
There are a
yeah.
lot of cool things in Watch Dogs, and I do want that franchise to continue, and I like the idea of them jumping to different parts of the
So
world.
would it presumably be that dude, Aiden Pierce, going to London?
No, I imagine we
no.
get a new protagonist.
Yeah.
that'd be hilarious.
He was
if they're
doing
so
Assassin's
vanilla.
Creed.
yeah, they're like we
The
brought
game's
back
called
your favorite
Aiden Does
character.
London.
Ugh.
What I liked Watch Dogs 1 because it was like subtle. Most video game characters are very loud and annoying with their personality because they have to carry
I
cross
thought
something
he
in
was
like
just
a 10
like
second person.
generic white
Yeah.
dude
He
video
starts
game
that way.
protagonist.
There's some characteristics to him, but you have to dig. It's like Altair in Assassin's Creed 1.
I do love Altair.
Everyone thought he was a cardboard box because he's very muted, but he actually has a whole personality and has a whole arc in that game, and was probably my favorite Assassin's
Especially
Creed
in
protagonist.
Revelations. They really
Oh,
hone in on
yeah.
them. I love
He's
that
an old
stuff.
man.
Yeah, old
They
man
did-
Ezio.
well, you-
Altair, sorry.
Revelation was Ezio, but they do cross over a little bit. It does flashback.
Isn't Revelations the one that has loads of Altair flashbacks? He's really old and like walking like.
That's Ezio, I think. Maybe.
Well, it has Altair. It
Ezio
definitely has Altair. as
Ezio has a
well.
beard, and then it's Altair, but like at the end of his life.
Yeah,
Right,
and
that's
then
him
they
establishing
intersect.
No.
Yeah.
You're right.
It was
You're
cool.
right.
I like that stuff. But
That's the one where you're in Rome.
You're in Istanbul.
No, I was thinking of Brotherhood. Sorry,
yes, Brotherhood's my favorite.
I like
love that
Brotherhood.
game.
Brotherhood's cool.
Yeah.
You just like calling assassins.
Oh yeah,
So the other thing.
He's like he was just waiting there the whole time. I love it.
that one was pretty cool.
The other thing we can expect from Ubisoft is well, probably not expect Splinter Cell. That's the other thing that's rumored and people keep asking for.
I'd like a new.
I've had several people lie to me about Splinter Cell. They'd be like, it's absolutely in development," and then the next one they're like, "No, it's not. What the fuck?" So I think Ubisoft is just making a joke out of Splinter Cell at this point, to the extent
yeah, that tweet.
recently Ubisoft creative director Julian Garrity tweeted that he was working on a new Splinter Cell and went as far to even change his Twitter header to the series' iconic night vision goggles. That's right. The tweet was a joke. The tweet was not at all real. And they're
Oh,
like,
those
"Nope,
wacky devs."
game's not even being made."
What a strange thing to do.
I could see them prototyping a lot of things that they think might become Splinter Cell, and then the prototypes get shut down or halted or something like that.
I just don't know. There aren't that many major publishers making stealth games at this point because I think their logic is that they don't sell, they're not accessible. But then a game like Sekiro doing as well as it did should counter that.
I could be okay with them doing a Splinter Cell the same way they did Rainbow Six. It wouldn't be my favorite thing in the world, but if they just did a Spies versus Merc mode, that is like all
really
the
good.
game was, and they just kept iterating on there. Cool. Dude,
want-
as long as it exists in some way,
I
like
want a real Splinter Cell.
Well, Conviction went like full Jason Bourne with it.
And
They went-
Blacklist
they-
was good, but it didn't sell very well.
Or Blacklist, sorry, yeah. They pushed it as far away from stealth as I think it could possibly go.
Yeah, but you could still go really stealthy if you wanted. You just didn't have to.
I know it's
But
not
it
a-
didn't sell.
it's not a
That was
huge deal.
2013.
With Assassin's Creed, it moved away
we
way away
Michael
from stealth.
Ironside fans also stand by our
Oh.
Mr. Ironside,
Oh.
not new man, whoever he was.
He sounded
A big
drunk.
part of that. What was it? The thing where it's Michael Ironside being like, "I'm the last one left." Was that
Yeah.
DLC? It was DLC for some
was,
game,
Oh,
and it was
for
reference to
Wildlands.
Snake.
Wildlands, yeah.
I'm like everyone was like, "Oh, Splinter Cell, come on!"
Yeah.
I don't
God,
think we'll see
A
it.
Splinter Cell Metal Gear team up buddy comedy.
Beautiful,
Anything.
beautiful.
Why not? Fuck it.
Yes.
Two gravelly voiced non-characters.
We know
back to
Ubisoft
back.
execs listen to the show every
Yes.
week.
Every week.
Please make
Michael Ironside
a
listens.
Yeah.
Splinter Gear
From the top of
Cell.
the head.
He
Splinter
can't get
Gear
up.
Cell.
Oh,
There we go.
I don't know. But that's the other thing too, is like Michael Ironside probably is, I mean, like Powers Booth passed on us, God rest his soul. Beautiful voice, missing from the upcoming, what's it called, Deadwood movie.
Oh.
I also, MacGruber was on yesterday. I forgot he's in that too. He's like the Colonel Man. Have you seen MacGruber?
He's in MacGruber.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah, he's like
MacGruber's
the
great.
Hard ass,
He's the
like,
hard ass. Like,
yeah.
come on, MacGruber, we got to get the team back together. That's Powers
Huh.
Booth, not Michael Ironside. Sorry, similar guys, older gentlemen with amazing voices.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know how much longer we have with Michael Ironside. He's Canadian, so he's got good health care, but I don't know.
He talks about how much he loves playing that character and like
He
wants to
loves
come
the
back and do
money.
it.
Well, yeah, because he's probably
Well,
not
he
doing
didn't-
a whole lot else.
He didn't do it the second time because he was really sick. He had cancer or something, and he didn't want the public to know.
Oh,
That's why they got rid of him.
Oh, I thought they couldn't afford him anymore.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it came out that he was really sick, but he didn't want that to be publicly announced.
Oh,
Well, that's-
I heard different things. I heard it was like they wanted to go full mocap, so they're like,
Too
we
old?
want the actor to be the voice and the body at the
You're
same
gonna have to do
time.
that split
Conflicting
jump, Michael.
reports
Get
here.
up there.
Yeah,
Man, just go back and play Chaos Theory again.
Kesser's so good.
So many of those games are so
And that soundtrack, man. Ugh.
all brilliant.
Ubisoft was on a tear with their soundtracks, like
Yeah.
in the mid 2000s.
Even Conviction, James Gunn did that whole co-op series. So
Yeah.
much fun.
I'm so glad you got to the end of that.
That was Well, I knew what was happening, but it's like, yes, it's one of those things where I'm like, I knew James would enjoy this.
Another rumor for Ubisoft is a game called Roller Champions, which is based entirely on roller derby.
Holy shit, it
Yeah.
looks so cool.
Yeah, it looks like there are a bunch of leaked assets.
Future
That's
sport
rad.
with Michael
It
Caine.
basically made me think of Disc Jam. But
Yeah.
it's roller.
Oh, okay.
But
And-
and no one's really like dabbling in roller
Like Derby
Yeah.
doll type sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Just like arcade sport, future sport
I
games.
feel like people probably still love it from like Jet Set Radio days. Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
still
I
a
guess.
fondness there, but no one's really made a game like that in a long
Can
time.
that be a $60 game?
No.
No. Then yeah, it's got to be like a $20 download.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's a service sort of game, the Ubisoft seems
What if
pretty.
it's got a whole
good
narrative?
with that.
Like you're just some young upstart into the roller leagues.
Make
and
it
there's,
like Sunset
cutscenes?
Overdrive, and I'm sold. Like make it dumb and goofy and over the top.
I want there to be I want there to be a really gritty but tongue-in-cheek like story of like people yelling at each other, dressing rooms.
Taking it
and then-
very seriously. Yeah.
And then you get like
got a
into the
campaign where you,
underground
like,
roller,
work your way up.
roller league where they like
amazing.
breaking people's knees and stuff. And you're,
Yeah.
And you fall in love with a woman on the other team, your rivals.
but she's way better than you, but she teaches you her signature move.
Yeah. Oh, regular Juliet and Juliet. Man, I'd play
What's
that.
that gay anime
All of them?
with the ice skating?
Yeah, anime.
Oh, Yuri on Ice.
Yes. It was like it's Yuri on Ice. We'll just make it
gosh.
Yuri on Ice, but roller derby.
Yeah.
Just
Are
a
there
Russian
gay- are there
guy
gay
and
overtones in
another
that?
dude.
And
Yuri on Ice?
Holy crap.
We're all like, Adam.
Adam, if I turned off all the lights in here, put a blindfold on you and earplugs in your ear, and I put a DVD on the floor, you would
So
know.
we're like,
it was-
gay.
Yeah.
I think I saw like a poster for it, and I was like, "Oh, it's Pride Week already!" Like, cool.
It's a really good
Cool.
anime. It's very
Yeah.
sweet. I
no, no, I've seen the animation on it. I was like, it looks really good.
Shapely
Yeah.
abs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the one thing that I always want from Ubisoft every year is more Ubi arts. Child of
Me
Light.
too.
Basically
Yeah.
shut that down.
Yeah,
now?
it's like
did,
UV Arts
but
framework is gone, but
They were so
Valiant
good.
Hearts.
Valiant
was
Valiant
one.
Hearts is fantastic.
Childlight,
Child of Light.
Rayman Legends is
Yeah.
in the UV Art framework.
What was that one
They were
where
fantastic.
was it Outlander or Outland or something like that, where you're like the
Oh.
you're blue yellow man?
You're,
No,
that
no
was
one
the
played
old
it.
game.
Blue Yellow.
Yeah.
Outcast.
Outcast, yes.
Ubisoft
remember that.
occasionally remembers that they made that, and they're still so
No,
infatuated
no, no,
with
not,
that
not
game.
Outcast.
Oh, no? Okay, never
Outcast is the one we played the old that
Oh,
was
yes.
game.
The
This one was like
Metroidvania.
a side scroller and it had that
That is Outland, I think.
maybe Outland, yeah.
Yeah, you are Blue Orange Man. You're right. I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah, but like it's that same thing as that one shooter everyone loves, Ikakara
Oh,
or
Ikaruga?
Ikaruga, yeah, where it's like you can if you're one color you absorb it and then you have to be the other color to fight it.
Oh, that's
basically.
cute.
Yeah, and it was like a side scroller. It was actually pretty well done.
Yeah. I love that division. Valiant Hearts was fantastic. I would
Yeah.
take one of those every year very happily, especially on Switch.
The dog game.
I don't think they sold, sadly. Of
No, of course they didn't.
course not. But yeah, it was the most
Yeah.
French thing Ubi
It's going to be like, does Trials sell? But it probably does because I always get Trials every year because Trials will be the game that I play when I'm waiting for something else to download. It's Trials or Forza. Yeah. I'll be like, let me play one of these two games to just like screw around and do whatever while I'm waiting for something else to download. So I play Trials a lot.
I liked all those games, but I think like another Rayman would be
awesome.
Like that was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Have they re-released those on Switch yet?
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Origins
Okay.
is
Right?
100% on Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I bought it and I haven't played it yet. I mean, what was it? So it was Rayman Legends and then Origins? No, Origins and the Legends.
Yeah. I played it on Vita. That's how long ago it was.
Was it Legends first?
I think Origins was the first new Rayman.
I don't remember.
And then Legends had all the musical stages in it.
Oh,
But
yes.
more Far
Like Black
Cry.
Betty and stuff.
I think people will.
Yeah, they're probably going to be. Well, are they? They're probably going to give Far Cry a rest.
Yeah, I think they are giving Far Cry a bit of a break because we have already had a Far Cry release this year. I don't know that we'll see Far Cry this year.
Yeah, this is a rest year for a lot of their big franchises.
because everyone's waiting on next gen.
Next gen. So
Yeah.
next gen
It's
would
a
be Far
weird
Cry
E3.
6 or whatever
I
they're
think
going to
that's
call
why
it.
a lot of the commentary that's like E3 is dead, E3 is dying this year is actually just no, it's just nothing is happening
It's a rise and fall.
this year.
E3's also been dying for many years. The fact that it went consumer based was
Yeah.
to make up for the lack of people going or buying or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
this was just inevitable when the internet became as prevalent as it was, where it's like Nintendo's like, why do we need a booth? We
Exactly. You go
or-
directly to them for marketing when
Yeah.
you need to go through.
Not
press
that it's a drop in the bucket for them. They're so rich they could just do whatever they want. But they're also like, it's just worth our time.
Yeah. So the next conference is Square's June 10, 6 p.m. PT.
Quiet Man 2.
Well, the one that I'm the most hyped about for Square is the Avengers Project.
Yeah.
Oh,
the teaser
yeah.
they had.
It's called the
Yeah.
Initiative.
Actually, we know very little about it, and I figure this is the year that we see more. A lot of people are also hoping for more Final Fantasy VII remake. It switched devs back in 2017.
They put that trailer out.
They
so
said
it
there was
means there's-
information coming in June. It has to be that.
It's got
It
to
has
be
to
at
that.
E3. But I don't know how much we'll see. I don't know if we'll see gameplay. Apparently, it is still episodic. I
I'm
thought that
going
it
to
wasn't
guess
going to be.
they're going to release a prologue demo, like a 1 hour thing, in 2 months. Like 2 months from June. Like I'm going to say August, they're going to release a Final Fantasy remake, like prologue.
Check back,
And-
audience.
Yeah.
In,
Hold
Kinda
him,
like
hold
they
him
did
to
with
his
the,
word.
The Kingdom Hearts thing. What
Did they
was
do that
that?
for Kingdom
There was like a
Hearts?
weird Kingdom Hearts demo that wasn't actually in the. I don't remember what it's called. They did release something for Kingdom Hearts. It was like a weird tone piece, kind of.
I think they should do Kingdom Hearts DLC. Hear me out.
Okay.
We got a new Aladdin. Let's get a new level, but it's like real. It's like it looks like that shitty movie.
photoreal.
guys, hear me out. Aladdin motion comic. What happened?
Beautiful.
When?
You know,
Donald's just face
to
down in the back
Iago
every
before.
time. Yeah.
Oh,
his
a
backstory.
prequel or like a
And that's going to lead
threequel?
us into Final Fantasy VII. That motion comic. It's going to set up everything
All
we
right.
need to know.
Guys, Final Fantasy 16.
No,
no way.
get out.
No, not happening.
Leave. Not
Maybe
yet.
maybe a new
That motherfucker takes way
Deus
too long to make a game.
Ex.
True, we haven't seen Deus Ex in a hot minute. What were they?
I don't know if the
working on?
last one did well.
I don't think it did super great.
No.
I thought it was.
But it also released in a weird window with very little marketing, and it wasn't finished.
yeah.
It's like there's some weird stuff about Human Revolution.
Didn't that studio went to work on something else?
I'm trying to remember the name.
Hmm.
It was Square Montreal, right?
Yeah, but they went.
They
to,
renamed, I
and,
think.
Eidos, whatever.
Oh, Eidos, yeah. However you pronounce
They
it.
both have been like working on different stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
the Square does have studios that we don't know what they're making right now. But I'm hoping that
Quiet Man
Avengers
2.
Project will be not Quiet Man 2, but Avengers Project will be their set piece.
Every time you say Quiet Man, I keep thinking of Shadow Man.
Also just as good.
Okay. Which one's Quiet Man?
That is the FMV / beat 'em up about a deaf man that beats up people. It was considered one of the worst games last year. I haven't played it yet, even though it's everything about it is what I would love.
Okay, but who made the Bouncer?
That was Square.
Yeah,
So,
let's
there we
bring
go.
back the
Yeah.
Bouncer.
Bouncer cross Quiet Man.
Do you
Bouncer
think-
was a PS2 exclusive.
Yeah, launch title.
Launch title.
Launch title.
Bouncer 2, PS5. We bring it back. Also,
All
that
right.
Swearing your reputation that it's going to be coming to this
I
E3?
put my job on the line for this. I have nothing to base it on. No one told me a thing, but you've heard it here first.
Paper Boy
Like Omar's in
7.
there and like Adam, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
No,
I
Muro-
quit. I must.
Adam, no.
Tetsuya Nomura repels in through the roof.
Also, also that shitty fireworks game. Bring that back.
Oh
too.
yeah, Fanavision.
Yeah.
All the
you-
hot launch titles of the PS2.
You guys think that Kingdom Hearts DLC is likely?
No.
No.
You don't think so?
100%
Because
no.
they'd make another weird spin-off
I
game
know-
instead.
I don't think that game had longevity in terms of like fandom.
It
that,
sold well though. That's
No
the
one
thing.
is talking
But-
about it. You're right.
But it also was in development for 10 years, so.
I think
Yeah.
kind
know.
of in the way that collaboration with Lucas can add cost onto any Star Wars game. I think Kingdom Hearts took forever In part because Nomura can't ship a title.
Yeah.
Even though I know nothing about the man or his work ethic.
Not good at that.
But also, I swear to God, going back and forth with Disney to get approvals on everything must have taken years.
They're going to spin it off like that other game. What's that? The one it was like a
Oh, The
game-
World Ends With You?
Yeah. I think they're just gonna go.
It's just
hey,
going to be Square stuff.
It's just gonna be called like
It came out on
Hearts. you know?
iOS and then was on 3DS and whatever else.
Yeah.
I like that game though.
But I assume that's what they're doing is they're just trying to separate themselves from Disney, and they're gonna get rid of the Disney stuff because I don't know. They seem to be really into Organization 13 and those things, and they're like, let's just whatever. We'll take the Disney out of it, and we can just make these things faster.
Yeah.
That's what they did with
That's my assumption.
How about
Unchained
Shenmue?
Link, I think. The mobile game?
It's just no.
I'm pretty
Disney.
sure that's zero Disney because it like in canon it takes place before all the worlds get introduced. And then the narrative at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 has nothing to do with anything Disney at all. It's all internal Kingdom Hearts lore.
You guys both like Kingdom Hearts, but I feel like you
I
must
do like it.
I
but
liked
Would
it.
you guys
thought-
still like Kingdom Hearts if they didn't have Disney in them?
No.
No, that's why I play
Absolutely.
it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when the selling point for Kingdom Hearts 2 was that it had Tron in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had 2 Keyblades, had a Tron. What else? I mean, Mulan was there.
It had a Tron.
Yeah.
Had Port
Oh, actually, no.
Royale, too.
Sorry, I take that back. I like that it was Final Fantasy and Disney. I like that Cloud showed up. It was the first time you ever heard him talk. Like, I thought that was cool. And like Final Fantasy 8 characters are here and all these other things. And then Disney was there as well, which was like, oh, cool. You're making like Jafar a villain or whatever. Was Jafar ever a villain? Maybe. I forget. Either way, I love the marriage of those two things, which also apparently happened because they just worked in the same building.
Yeah.
It was literally like an elevator conversation. Like, hey, you're
got
here,
this
we're
thing.
here.
We got
Like,
this thing.
you want to try doing something? There's
Just
a
running down the hallway with a stack of DVDs. Somebody else is running down with their Kingdom Hearts
Yeah.
figures.
And
Just run into each other.
yeah. Oh, we have a game now.
How about you, Elise?
Would I play it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You wouldn't care about
Heavens,
Kingdom
no.
Hearts without Disney?
No, the only I remember specifically getting the first one on the PS2, being in a EB Games, and then one of the like young women working there was like, well, we have this new game that has Disney characters in it, and I was like, okay, like, I'll take it, and then I was like, oh, there's anime characters in this as well.
Yeah. The more Square leans into the Final Fantasy things about Final Fantasy, the less I want to play them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I like the fantasy elements from like Final Fantasy 9. I miss that. But it just when it's
I
all
love that game.
But now it's all beautiful boys and like
Yeah, they've had different lead writers.
yeah, it's just going down a
Beautiful
path that it's
boys.
like I mean I think
I
aesthetically
like 15 too, but 9 is my favorite for sure.
yeah, I kind
You
of
like
want
Sakaguchi. You got to play Lost Odyssey.
I should give that a try.
Yeah, that's the real Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
The most Final
It's on
Fantasy.
backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I thought 7 was that nice blend of cyberpunk future and like fantasy elements and stuff like that. But
I'm excited about that remake. I am.
sure. Yeah.
Other thing we might see at Square is Shenmue.
Shenmue 3. Are they
I
publishing?
know everyone's very excited about it. No, it's just that it showed up there once before. They're not publishing.
I bet that's a Microsoft get.
Could be.
I mean, get whatever. In 2 hours, they're going to show Rio like walking down the street
It's
and getting
a-
a
I
capsule
think they
toy.
It's a
both show it, but they show
obligation.
different things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it's not
Okay.
being published by Square. It's just
It
like
could use all the publicity it
association.
can get,
Yeah.
and I feel like anyone who would do any 3 concerts, you're like, yeah, Shenmue 3, yeah, we'll show that.
Yeah.
Wasn't the big reveal recently? They're like, it will have forklifts, and half the audience went boo, and the other half went yay.
Yay, and nobody knows why either of those things happen.
Yeah.
if there's
Shenmue
a-
2 didn't have any forklifts.
There's
and
a
you
world
could feel
where
it.
there's some junior executive that working on Shenmue that has promised it to every single conference.
It could be at
And his
Nintendo.
boss comes in and he's like, "You did what?" And they're like, "Oh no!"
So one of them's just a forklift trailer, and the other one's them smoking,
All the delays have
checking
just
the mail.
been
Yeah, they've been-
forklift or not.
Yeah, they've been trying to get this E3.
Man, I just want it to be over.
I feel like you can't talk
So
about
you
Final
can
Fantasy
play
without
it.
bringing up Shenmue.
Yeah, what's left after Shenmue 3? Because Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, Final Fantasy 15 came out,
Half-Life 3,
Remake,
and we're
Half-Life
done.
3.
Yeah.
but they never announced Half-Life 3.
Link's Awakening.
You know what? They
Oh,
could
that
announce
game looks
Half-Life
so
3
good.
at PC Gaming.
No way.
They won't.
100% no way.
That game's being made.
I'm gonna
Put my money on it.
I mean, it's being made,
Yeah.
but by like 4 people.
Yeah.
So
Last Guardian got made too.
Yeah, that's
we all
true.
saw how
We got Last
that
Guardian.
worked
good
out.
decade. Some
It is-
people really like that game. It still confuses me to this
tried
day.
so hard.
The fucking thing wouldn't do what I told it to.
yeah, you got to mail order
So
all of your
hard.
inputs to
Ah.
that game. Jesus, 6 to 8 weeks, and then the camera will turn left.
Infuriating. Beautiful, but infuriating.
I don't know. Yeah. It seems to be the super delayed games always tend to be a little
Well,
disappointing.
there's a reason they're delayed.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a reason games get canceled too. Everyone likes to be like, man, I wish we got the
Can't
real
believe you
Prey 2.
canceled it. You're like, well,
Wasn't a game.
Well.
There's a reason it was canceled.
Yeah.
Nobody walks into a room, sees an amazing game, they're like, oh my god, shut it down. I don't want this to earn any money, and I don't want gamers to play it.
No, I'm pretty sure they saw Prey 2 and said, I have seen the best game in the world. We can't release this.
Nothing else will
good.
ever
It's
sell.
our responsibility. This is, Tony Stark had the same thing. He's like, what if I just put it in a box and drop it to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah.
What if? That's what they did with Prey 2.
Prey 2 is too good.
Ken Levine,
finally.
he said, I make the trailer and I put it away. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Good.
make
like-
Bioshock Infinite like you did.
I want to show you this, and then I'm destroying it forever.
It's like a
I
jilted
just
man.
can't believe you didn't make me sign anything.
I hate games
Insane.
so much that I'm going to make the perfect game and destroy it.
Yeah.
That's a very Ken Levine thing to do.
Tell my
of.
story.
So the last press conference then is Nintendo, June 11, 9 a.m. PT. We're going to see Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I wrote as Sheila accidentally. Good job, me.
Shayla.
Link's Awakening remake, which looks awesome. Mario Maker 2, which was just recently announced that it's co-op, but you can't have a friends list.
You cannot match, like you can't bring your friends into online matchmaking.
What?
You go play online, it's like, cool, don't worry about the rest, we'll find randos for you to play with.
Oh, great.
What?
Yeah.
Nintendo's so bad at that.
hacked it, and
Yeah.
Maybe if you're on this, well, if you're on the same console, you can at least like trade controllers.
Yeah.
That's kind of like split screen,
Yeah.
right?
hot seat Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do a
Weird.
drunk gameplay, so.
Hopefully we'll get more Animal Crossing, and I'm assuming more Smash DLC as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna announce the next character.
Master
Yeah.
Chief, or sorry, Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Elyse, why are
Banjo.
you excited about Nintendo press conference?
I mean, my
Metroid?
bread and butter. I mean, maybe Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
Make an
That
appearance
seems likely
there?
to me.
It's a title that exists. Link's Awakening is what I'm like most excited for because I did really love Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, similar art style a little bit. It's got like the cute sprite. I mean, I don't know. I think I am a huge advocate for Nintendo remastering or remaking all those old titles.
They really do make us buy their games over and over, and over again,
and
but
over.
only
they're
for
big
them am I
advocates
okay
of.
with it.
Yeah.
They really are. But I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
They always justify it.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening is actually perfect because my brother had it. He was the Game Boy one. He played Pokemon and stuff like that. And I was like more like PC or console or whatever. But he had Link's Awakening, and I tried playing it. I'm like, I can't see what I'm doing.
Yep.
Like it's just not.
It'd be weird to go from playing
Yeah.
on PC all the time to going back.
Because like
to Game Boy.
it came out, or like I don't know when it came out, but like I played it around the same time Ocarina of Time was out. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
Zelda looks like this for me now. So
93. I was right.
okay, yeah. So by the time I even knew what that game was, I was already playing Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Gotcha.
you're looking at it, I'm like, this is garbage.
That's hard to go back.
Yeah.
And then Jess actually played it too. She was like, she had a Game Boy growing up. She's like, yeah, I played Link's Awakening. I actually really like it. It's like, oh shit. I'm like, well, I'm finally gonna get to play it.
Yeah.
So
Remake looks awesome.
finally, it's my turn.
I'm excited to see how they modernize it because Link's Awakening is weird.
It has a lot of side scrolling,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
A
got
lot of-
side-scrolling
Well,
elements.
just the story is weird.
The story's
too.
super funky. Every character on the island is like way more expressive and strange. Like NPCs in Zelda are often weird, like whether it's bug collectors or something. They're like
Tingle.
always, they're always a little off.
In Wind Waker, my favorite thing with that, they all thrust. Every character is constantly thrusting at you, and I
Yeah.
love it.
They are.
He's a boy. They're all
feeling
just,
it.
Your grandma's thrusting.
All right.
Wow. And the
Well,
story's
the
about like
kind
a
of oscillate.
It's great.
story's about like a whale or something, right?
There's a dream whale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
perfect.
dream shit.
Love it.
It's Link's shipwrecking and then having
Yeah.
a grand, like weird delusion, fever dream about everything that happens in the game. You have to wake up the sleeping egg or something.
Sure. I think
Good
that's
stuff.
like it's perfect for me. It's a game I completely missed out on, and it's
Yeah.
like it's a perfect Switch game.
And
gonna be great.
it looks amazing. I'm very excited about that.
There was some article, like it came out about the height of like David Lynch movies and stuff. So a lot of the writing in Link's Awakening was derived from the weird stuff in David Lynch movies. Like Twin Peaks was at its all-time high or whatever. So there's a lot of very surrealist dialogue and stuff in that game. And I don't know how you package that up and translate it into another platform on modern sensibilities, but I hope they do it.
Looks good.
There's also a Pokemon Direct today
That's
that
right.
unfortunately is happening after we're recording, which I'm just really hoping for Pokemon Snap 2 personally, because on the Switch I think that would be incredible. But the timing of this means we don't know. There's also going to be a Death
Why
Stranding.
don't you just make it a phone game? Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, they
Like,
could
why
just- they could
why isn't
bolt
it
that
not
on.
just an AR game at this point?
Yeah, I don't see how that would be any different than Pokemon
I don't.
Go. right?
Yeah, I don't want
that's a
that
good
to be AR.
No, you don't want to see
Photos.
Pokemon.
It's like
No, because then
go
it
to
is just
Spearmint
Pokemon Go.
Rhino, find Jigglypuff in the back, and you're like,
That's
yeah.
exactly
It's just
why.
Pokemon Go.
Oh,
because people are going to take picture of Psyduck on their dick, and like Nintendo probably.
I do
doesn't
that
want
now.
Yeah, I do now too, but it's not an official Nintendo
Yeah.
product.
But
Miss-
Alana, you
miss you,
mentioned
honey.
Death Stranding today.
Yeah,
Didn't-
so-
well, it was tomorrow. I
Tomorrow.
guess.
Well, when we're
We got all the
recording, by
oily
the time
handprints
this is
right now.
actually up on YouTube, Death Stranding trailer, we think, will be up. So unfortunately, we can't talk about that. But
That's such a bummer.
it is. The timing is unfortunate. Pokemon and Death Stranding both being after we record is a bummer, but hopefully we see something that makes sense about that video game. That'd be cool. Maybe a release date, probably not, but what
Death
if we did?
Stranding?
Okay, we're over an hour now.
It's probably a PS5 game.
Pokemon Quest 2.
Death Stranding will probably be a PS5 launch title.
Well,
I wouldn't be
probably
surprised.
cross.
Yeah, but I think they're going to do a Twilight Princess sort of thing with it, where they're like PS5 launching with Death Stranding, and then they're like 2 months later.
So what's on that?
Oh, it's on PS4, but it's he delivers things slower, and like the load times are bad.
You can buy it,
Yeah.
but like don't.
Troy
Yeah.
Baker's in it.
There's too many PS4s out in
Mads
the world.
Mikkelsen's
Not put it
there.
on that console.
Guillermo del Toro, best friend.
I hope it's just 4 hours, like slowly zooming into an 8K photo of Hideo Kojima and Norman Reedus hanging out. Just like toasting a beer, and it's just slow push with like the Smiths over
Whatever
it.
it is, I'm excited about it.
I am too. Kojima,
Got to do another ad read real quick. Sorry to cut you off. We are running out of time real fast. I almost could have split this in two, honestly. But so this one is from Eero. Thank you to Eero for sponsoring this podcast. Their mission statement is, we started Eero to build the Wi-Fi we wish we had in our homes, a fast, reliable connection in every room and the backyard too. In February 2016, we introduced the Eero Home Wi-Fi system, bringing the idea of multiple access points placed throughout a house to consumers for the first time. So now they have the second generation system, the new Eero and the new Eero Beacon, allow customers basically to build a Wi-Fi system that's more perfectly tailored to their individual homes than ever before. It's faster, has a better range, and still has the same high-quality, elegant design that people have come to love. With the addition of a third 5 GHz radio, it's now tri-band and twice as fast as its predecessor, which lets customers do more in every room in their home simultaneously. Whatever your Wi-Fi needs, Eero has got you. So Eero Plus, which is kind of a new thing, is a product that gives reliable security to defend against all your home's devices, against nasty stuff like malware, spyware, phishing attacks, and unsuitable content like illegal websites. This one, even if you aren't interested in it, could honestly be a cool gift for your less tech-savvy family, maybe. It provides complete protection for your network, all the devices in it, and includes content blocking, ad blocking, VPN protection, password management, and antivirus software so that you are nice and secure. If you're interested in never having to worry about Wi-Fi again, get $100 off the Eero base unit and 2 beacons package and 1 year of Eero Plus at Eero.com/dude, and at checkout enter dude. So that is Eero.com, EERO.com/DUDE, and at checkout enter the code dude. Thank you, Eero.
Power of the mesh.
Yeah, we are very much out of
X-Mesh.
time, but I just wanted to run through some of the other rumors that we've got. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's probably going to be at Microsoft. Probably new Call of Duty. They're calling it Modern Warfare. I don't think that's that bad.
they're gonna do an all gillied up demo again.
Yeah.
Oh, more gillied up.
More Gillies.
Most gillies.
The Metroid Prime trilogy. Might see that.
Cool.
Destroy All
That'd be
Humans. This one was kind of unexpected,
yeah.
but the
THQ
rumor.
Nordic?
Yes, the rumor came up
man.
because THQ Nordic started teasing that it would reveal 2 new games at E3 of the 88 it has in development. How is it making that many games?
So they just bought 1 million developers.
bought everyone.
That's it. All the like mid-tier European developers, they put down a tuna fish
I'm
sandwich
glad
and
that
$200.
they've saved some IPs that otherwise wouldn't be being made. So,
THQ Nordic's doing the Lord's work.
yeah, and they said one of those is galactically loved, so people are assuming Destroy All Humans.
Definitely.
I mean, that's not true about Destroy All Humans. It was loved by few.
Yeah.
One of my friends was a game tester on that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did he
Stephanie used to
galactically
do-
love it?
He hated it.
Excellent.
He got the record in his office for beating it in like an hour and a half or something. He had some glitch speed run that they
Damn.
like he got the plaque where they're like, congratulations. And then he worked on
Wow.
Saints Row and then he got laid off.
Excellent. Nah, the video game industry.
QA dream.
Then there's a new Arkham game from Rocksteady. Last year, a supposedly leaked image could have been falsified. We don't really know. Came out about a game called Outlaws, which would focus on Red Hood's gang. Not a lot of concrete evidence for that one, but we are all obviously wondering what Rocksteady is working on. It seems like it's just
Seriously.
a big DC game. Could be Justice League, could be Superman, because Superman games have always been so great in the past. We don't know. And then, of
Turn
course,
Superman was
there is the Harry Potter game from WB that had the full trailer leaked. So that one, I feel, is pretty likely to show up at Microsoft.
Makes sense, yeah.
And that's most of our big rumors for E3 this year.
Lingardian Rumorosa.
Just as they always say.
What?
Good.
I don't know.
That was good. I almost said gillyweed for the ghillie suit talk.
Dolby is free elf,
Wonderful.
and we are free of this podcast.
Elyse, are you most excited for Luigi's Mansion 3?
To be honest, I'm most excited to see like what some of the smaller tier games, the true surprises, the games you've never heard of, that we'll see announced. Like, what was that? It was last night. that kind of
Yeah.
has some issues around it.
But then I think it came back. They fixed the
Sorta.
PR on that one.
I don't know, but like that tier sort of stuff where you go, oh shit, that looks pretty cool. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm.
We might get a new indie
for.
game out of EA. Indie game, a new EA
Yeah,
Originals
a new
game.
Yarny or whatever.
Yeah.
It at Xbox
A
usually
way
has a
out.
sizzle
Yeah,
of like a lot of
they
cool
got
stuff.
Yeah.
I like
All
how
the stuff they
id
make.
at Xbox.
Maybe
Is it ID?
Annapurna
It's
will
ID at
stuff.
Xbox because otherwise
Oh.
it'd be id Software at Xbox.
What's
It's a terrible name.
Independent developers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate that it's an email address. It's so-
That is true. Yeah.
I like it. It rattles off. the
They
tongue.
always come up with cool stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll
definitely.
get our
listen to it.
next Cuphead maybe.
That'd be cool. We don't know what Moldenhauer is
Sweet.
working on. So
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce that?
the studio MDHR. Yeah, their last name is Moldenhauer,
Oh, I always go Stydia Midher.
and they're all hot.
Are they?
Yeah, the whole family's hot.
All the mid her.
Yeah.
Everything's.
I'm a very literal person. I see words and they go into my brain.
Yeah, no, I get
I know it wasn't
respect it.
mentioned on the list, but obviously Horror of the Orient, we're all super excited
Very
for.
excited.
Yes.
David Cage's masterpiece.
No, that was the
Oh,
other
the
guy.
other one.
Also, more Ari. Witcher
yeah,
3
Will-
is rumored to come to Switch.
or
Sure.
was it
Will
Will
o' the
Wisps?
Wisps. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Get it.
excited.
Let's
Yeah.
get it.
So there's
guys.
lots of stuff to talk about. Just to wrap
Driver
this up real
4.
quick. We could have gone a lot longer, but
Siphon Filter's coming
what's
back.
the plan for
Oh, yeah.
E3, Lawrence?
Oh,
For
Drunky
us.
3 is happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it informed by hopefully by the time you're listening to
I
this.
didn't need to punch the microphone.
There will be a place to reference all this information, but we are going to be simulcasting all of the conferences. Current plan right now is for Funhaus, all of us here, to stream on Sunday. So we're going to be covering the Sunday conferences. That's Bethesda, Microsoft, and Devolver?
Devolver, yeah.
Devolver, yeah. So we're going to do that, and then in between, we might take it easier. We might stream some gameplays and stuff. It's going to be pretty loosey-goosey, but we invite you to hang out with us on Sunday. And then Monday is going to be Inside Gaming's Day. So we're going to be, the Inside Gaming crew is going to be co-streaming those. Again, drinking, because who doesn't want to drink on the clock and yell at video games? So, but as far as in between conferences, probably not going to be too much of that because we're going to be working in addition to drinking on the clock because we're professionals. So, yes, Drinking 3 is happening this year. Still need to finalize some rules. I feel like last year I was a little kind to you people, all of you disgusting sober assholes.
Well, it's
so,
because it was spread over 6 days or
Yes,
whatever. So let's just get it over with.
yes, so we went a little.
Pull the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, exactly. It was trying to accommodate a lot of factors last year. Also, we have our gear this year. We get to use our studio.
Yeah.
So we'll have good mics and good equipment, and there won't be echo, and everything will be great. Omar will work 60 hours a week to make sure that happens. He's nodding at me right now. Yes, he's very excited. I actually had no eye line with him, but so anyway, yeah. Please on your calendar, reserve your time. We'd love to spend E3 with you, taking room temperature vodka shots.
And
Delicious.
we'll youtube.com/funhouse for Sunday.
Yes.
And is it Inside Gaming for Monday, or will it also be Funhouse on
No, probably
Yeah.
Inside Gaming. We'll just live stream
Okay.
to either
So,
YouTube
yeah,
channel.
Mark those YouTube
Could we do
channels.
both?
Like
Huh?
and subscribe.
Could we stream to both?
Probably.
But then
yeah.
we'd just be cutting the audience in half.
A little bit, yeah. It's so behind the scenes. It is a growth driver. So there is a bit of strategy to what we're streaming and when and to where. So yeah, if we simulcast to both, that'll probably work. But it's always been a Funhouse thing.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of keep it there to start,
Makes
so we
sense.
get and also the big day is going to Funhouse Sunday Fun Day. So
Cool.
Can I break down this weekend on the channel?
Yeah.
We're gonna have what's that vampire game that you played with John Smith and Jacob?
me,
Vampire
Royale one?
No,
I didn't play a vampire.
you absolutely did.
Oh,
you're
Vampire
wrong.
the Masquerade.
Vampire the Masquerade
Right.
is
Yeah.
coming to the channel this weekend. We got
Finally started playing it.
Best of May coming to the channel this weekend. New Google Trends all about E3. A Story of Us is coming to the channel this weekend. Remember that we played that game?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
there's
What's
also
that about?
Drunk
And-
Rhythm Heaven.
Oh yeah, boy,
Drunk
that was
Rhythm
a million years
Heaven?
ago. Wow.
That was fun.
And
Rhythm Heaven rules.
Disc Jam semifinals
Oh, yeah.
coming Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific.
Hell yeah.
Pump
probably-
up the jam, jam
you guys
it
have a
up.
pool out
Pump
there?
the jam.
Disc Jam pool.
Up the
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. If you guys
got
are
300 bucks down.
having your own pools at home to see who's gonna win Disc Jam, let us know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Let us know your watch parties.
Show us your snack boards, your Disc Jam snack boards. Frisbees, flip them upside down. Put bean dip in there.
That's a great idea.
There's a whole subreddit called "We Want Plates," and it's about people serving food on dumb things like, yeah, it's just like a wood board is like, okay, cool, but then like shit like on frisbees, it's like, we want plates. Anyway, I love it.
All right, I have to wrap this up so I don't get in trouble. So thank
did
you,
you do?
everyone.
Oh.
Well, we went real long.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we were
C3,
all
we're all
the video
excited.
games too much.
Sorry.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. We will see you next week, and we'll see you at E3.
Nice shirt, Elyse.
You too,
Yeah, I
Adam.
also have a fun house.
Yeah, we're hardcore sold out.
You
right
wearing
now.
much? Yeah, you are. We're all wearing much.
Yeah.
God
Screw
damn
it, I
it.
hate this
Buy
shit.
things.
At one point over the weekend, accidentally,
Yeah. That's also a
wore Funhouse pants and Funhouse. Uh-oh.
Jeff
no.
Ramsey forever. Oh.
Aw.
Yeah, Omar's got shit to do.
For me, it's like, then pick a cheaper way to do it. Like, I don't care if it looks as good if they're there, but you know, I'm a dog person. So.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean,
More dogs.
I love dogs too, but also like I just didn't ever see them. So for me, I was like, I would always ask the question. Almost every episode, I'd be like, what happened to like Ghost, or what happened to the other, like Arya's direwolf? Like,